It's going up on your Johnny Hellcat one,
Did
right?
you tweet it out?
Yes, I did.
Let me go retweet
Because
it.
it's not on it. Shit.
At least I thought I did. But
Yeah, you did. I retweeted it.
okay, I tweeted it out at least, so people know. There were 4 people watching while we started. Now 3. But
I am one of them.
Aw. But welcome to Torture is How You Make Friends. I am your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today, per usual, are the Hey Camel,
Hello.
Terry Diamantis,
Hey everyone.
and our subjects for today, Gabby GeeWhiz,
Greetings, everybody.
and the Inquisitor.
We'll see how friendly we are after this.
It can't be any worse than the last one.
That's true.
I already forgive you.
Which one was the last one we did? Quiz.
Oh God. Fuck. It was one. It's some like really unfunny feminist comedian. I don't remember.
It doesn't narrow it down.
It does not narrow it down. I know, but
No.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
No,
Because this is the first we're actually watching a man
we
today.
have, yes, a male
Ooh.
by the name of Brendan Schaub. And you can actually watch this on the YouTubes. Let's see here. It's called The Gringo Poppy. And as far as I know, this guy is he's a white dude.
Yep.
And
Well, he should be if he's the gringo.
that he would be the gringo.
Unless he's
Well-
making fun of, other gringos.
I'm fairly certain that there's a lot of poppies in Afghanistan. So are Afghanis considered gringos?
Not that poppy quiz.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was thinking of flowers. What's wrong with you people?
They're
Spanish
pretty
for
flowers.
daddy, not heroin.
I'm assuming that we're going to want to be on heroin after watching this.
Some sort of opiate.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I just stuck with weed, but whatever blows your hair back, dude. I'm not judging.
Right? Yeah, that's fine.
I will. Why do people do anything else when there's perfectly good weed?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Sadness.
I've tried weed once and it didn't do anything for me. So
What everyone always says, but I gotta say, first time I smoked weed, I got high as fuck. So it's everyone has their own taste.
Different strokes for different folks.
Exactals.
And quick blast in the chat. Say hi to James and Kyler. And there is Costin and T.R. Alexander.
What up, gang?
Yeah, so we're gonna see about doing this a different style. We can play
Live
it.
and on the fly.
Every reaction is gonna be pure, unadulterated hate. Possibly, I don't know. Will they like it?
Probably not.
YouTube comments say otherwise, but
Yes.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
Yes.
40,000 upvotes and over 200,000 dislikes is a promising start.
yes,
Speaking of starting.
yes. Let us begin.
What's up, Dallas?
Is that audio okay for everyone?
Look at you guys. I'm not used to this. Dallas is a little different. There's some ladies in the crowd tonight. I am not used
Oh,
to that.
stop it.
There
He
is
is not used to ladies.
Well, there is a lady in the crowd.
ladies that he is not used to trying to sleep with, allegedly.
Well, that's from what I've heard from a lot of comics, that's like the reason you get into comedy for a lot of guys. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say, like, if a guy can make you laugh, they're going places.
Hey.
It's definitely a good start. So, gentlemen, brush up on your funny bone.
That's how I
You
made
become a
it.
dentist, and then you've got access to nitrous oxide, and you can make anyone laugh.
I'm just saying, I'm a funny motherfucker, and it still hasn't gotten me laid.
Comedy, drugs are right behind comedy and how to get a woman.
Okay.
Thanks, Terry.
Or you can combine the two.
Life lessons
hey,
with
does this
Terry.
smell funny to you? Ha ha.
Just kidding. Sniff.
In Minecraft.
Yeah. No, in real life.
Yeah.
Terry,
Not-
shut up.
Not a bully stream. Not a bully stream.
Yeah.
My demo, 18 to 36 bros. That's what I specialize in. It's a real cockfest usually at these things.
Usually you say
I
soft.
don't mind it though. I'm the bro whisperer. That's what they call me.
Nobody calls him that.
No.
We vaccinated up in here, Dallas? Everybody vaccinated?
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Woo!
This is like 17 seconds into the show.
You vaccinated?
When did this special come out?
Again? Yeah.
I had to be vaccinated because otherwise they wouldn't let me in the venue. Woo!
Yeah.
I think this was like what, sometime last year? This came out?
Let's see here. April 28th.
Kind of at the peak.
Okay, so I think this was filmed last year, but it was released April 28th of this year.
Oh, April 28th of this year. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
I say no to needles.
I'm not vaccinated either.
Are we clean slate on this one? Like everyone's pure bloods?
No, I'm vaccinated.
Ah.
And teach their own.
As we slowly see him edge out of the Discord call.
Yeah. I don't judge anyone who didn't want to. I mean, I've got friends that don't. It's just
There's bugs on the computer. It's a whole other situation.
I love what James said in chat. He said, "Comedy. I agree. Comedy gets you laid. When I was a kid, my stepfather thought I was funny as hell."
No!
no.
No! Oh no! Good old Joseph Joestar on that one.
We
No.
really need that sound clip now.
We do. Make it happen.
Actually, I think Vince sent it to me. It's in my Discord messages, I think. I'll have to check.
You know, it's bad when chat is going to be funnier than the comedian.
Oh, that's just about every time.
Oh, that's guaranteed. We got good boys and girls.
Of course.
And hey, Spudgun.
Dicey. I love you, Texas. That's how it is. I love it. There's always one guy. No fucking way, bro.
Dance moves.
That needle's not touching this fucking temple, daddy. As he says, he's taking a nacho, dipping nacho cheese. Oh, my bad, Mr. Whole Foods.
It's like, oh my god, he's like ripping off so many shticks.
Yeah.
He's ripping off Dane Cook. He's ripping off fucking oh god, who's not all that funny to begin with, in my opinion. But he's ripping off Dave Chappelle with the mic hitting his leg thing.
I told you, Johnny. I told you people would pick that up.
Yep.
It's been a while since I watched either of those guys. I would have missed it. Or just thought it's a general thing that most comedians do.
No, that's like totally a Dave Chappelle thing.
He's the only one
I remember now.
People in chat are saying there's an echo, Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of one? Or is it a bad one? Is it a bad one?
Like how much of an
There's
echo?
a bit of an echo on my end, and then James says I hear an echo too. So
Yeah, let me monitor it
I've
and
backed
see if I can
out, so
fix it on the fly.
I'm gonna turn my headset down too, just to make sure it's
Is everybody echoing, or is it just one person?
just on the video.
on the video.
Yeah, let me monitor it and see.
Well, it could be because I'm playing it through.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an echo. Oh shit.
We are professionals. We know what we're doing. Please stand by while we resolve technical problems.
God. What else could be done?
Just think of it as a good thing. In case you miss it the first time, you get a second chance.
Do we want to hear this guy twice? I don't think anyone here
No,
wants
I don't
to hear
think
him
that's.
twice.
Well, that's the very definition of torture, right?
That's true.
The stream.
Hey, that's the name of the thing. The thing that we're doing.
Because, okay, I can tell you why. Is the fact that it's coming through both your headset and being broadcast on OBS, and going through your headset is so how we can hear it. That's the problem. That's the problem we need to fix. Shit.
What's life without a challenge?
Well, what about going through the advanced audio properties again?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah, if you could just go. Okay. Hold on. Output only. Or sorry, monitor only, not output and audio only. I think that might work.
Okay.
Or it could make it mute to the rest of the stream. I don't know.
All right, let's back this up a little bit, and we will.
How's it going, chat? How are y'all doing?
Do you guys hear that all right?
I can hear it fine.
But that's mute output.
Can the audience hear it? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the real question.
Let us know.
But if it...
James says it's better. He's cheering.
Okay.
So okay.
We got a woohoo.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Because then it would be because you're recording essentially your own audio through OBS. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
You guys should be watching us in a train wreck, not being a part of it.
And I guess the question is it loud or does it?
It shouldn't be any louder or quieter. It just means that the echo is gone.
Well, I meant is the audio too loud for the stream?
Like I said, changing that issue should not be any audio issues. But if no one was saying anything about volume, it shouldn't change.
Yeah. Okay.
Just let us know in chat if it's too soft or too loud, and Johnny can take care of it.
Sure.
We can make adjustments as needed.
Yeah.
James is still better, so I say.
Echo was the only issue, so I think we're good then.
Yes.
Touching this fucking temple, daddy. As he says that, he's taking a nacho, dipping in nacho cheese. Oh, my bad, Mr. Whole Foods. My bad.
I can see the whole nacho thing being banked to isms.
Yep, and then the Dane Cook, and then the fucking microphone hit thing. He's totally
the thigh slap.
God. All right, we see you, Mr. Mans.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man. This whole vaccination stuff, I'm not anti-vax, man. I'm vaccinated, but it's all in their marketing. They fucked this whole thing up in their marketing. Without Operation Warp Speed, when they launched that, remember they're trying to get everybody to get vaccinated? And they're like, yeah, go to Krispy Kreme, buy a dozen donuts, get vaccinated. Like, the fuck? That makes sense.
I forgot about the incentive programs. They actually did that shit.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
The
Shakey's burger thing.
Eating.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, the
my
cheeseburger
tastes like freedom.
My
what brand was that he did that with?
That was Shakey's.
Like Steak and Shake or something?
Shakey's.
Oh, Shakey's.
The place that I used to work actually gave us a $200 incentive bonus on our paycheck if we got vaccinated.
Nice.
Ours offered $600.
Oh, nice.
And my coworker got screwed out of it because he got when he got hired, he had already had his first vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
Sucker.
And they're
so he was a repeat customer. It didn't apply.
Well, when he got his second, he brought the information and they're like, well, we can only give you the $300 because you didn't have the first one prior. And he's
See,
like,
now that's bullshit.
I was like, that is some bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the whole point is the fact that you're fully vaccinated. That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Stingy fucks.
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I'm not, it's not breaking my heart or anything, but it's kind of bullshit.
It is.
Yeah, I'm doing this as hard as I can.
Anyway, I think he's been stuck.
It's so confusing. I remember I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, Mama, are you getting vaccinated?" She's all, "I wasn't," and then I love donuts and fucking. Remember the first dumbass that messed it all up for everybody, scared the shit out of from getting vaccinated? Remember that idiot? He was all over the news stations. The first moron to get that Johnson & Johnson.
For diabetes medication. But or it's more like a chicken or the egg thing. Which came first, the donuts or the diabetes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beatus.
Clearly a meth addict. Nobody checked into his background. Remember that? They put him on the news. He's sweaty as shit. He was on all the major broadcasts. He's like, "Holy shit, dude! Yeah, I got it done. I got that Johnson & Johnson, bro. I don't feel good, bro. I can't stop sweating, bro. I feel like I'm growing wings, bro." I'm gonna lay low for a little bit on the vaccination. I'm just gonna.
Hilarious.
I'm with Kyler. He says he didn't get the vaccine because he felt it was unnecessary. And yeah, that's exactly why I didn't. It's like, well, I'm not scared of the disease, so why would I get vaccinated against it?
Well, I got vaccinated. I still got it, and motherfucker, it hit me hard as fuck. Like I felt like I was gonna die, and I still was vaccinated. So I was like, in hindsight, it was like, did it do anything? Probably not. But it allays the public's fears, so why not?
Yeah, it was just to quell panic. I don't think the vaccine actually does anything that they promise it does.
Well, and when the pandemic started, I was working at my night job, which with working with people with developmental disabilities, and like 2 of the group homes, it just went through, because when they called the lockdown, someone got it, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a party at my house," and they treated it like a what was it, chickenpox party.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah. So
lovely.
Everyone got it there, and then spread it to the group homes, where the people who are like barely in public anyway. And fortunately, it didn't hit as hard as it could have. I mean, a couple of the clients passed away because of it, as complications.
They basically tried to pull a Cuomo and get all the old people sick.
They didn't try to, but it's it's not a smart bomb. It's I don't know.
Well, it's fucked up when you're doing that to like older people who didn't, who didn't get the fucking, who are the most people at risk. I say, it's fine when you're young and you can, shrug it off. But like for old people, fuck off, man. You're trying to get old people sick.
Yeah.
And just for the record, Susan, this is all scripted comedy. This is nothing that is worth taking Johnny's channel down for.
No. And we are not giving advice. We are just...
It's bad enough that Brandon's probably going to do it already.
Yes. Fucking... Oh, my God. Fuck you, too. Fuck you, Susan.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Obligatory.
It's going to turn
heartfelt.
And by the way, hey, Sean, and hey, Keishel.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings.
That moron. It's all in marketing, man. Like, they need to hire some just a dime piece actor we've never heard of. Just blast them all over the news, right? Just somebody who's fine. Get them on there and just put them all over the news, all over the nation. Like, yeah, dude, I got the Johnson & Johnson. I feel pretty good. I feel great, actually. If I'm being honest, one side effect, I just want to be upfront with everybody, goddamn dick's down to here. Just
This guy is great.
Yes.
I mean, who wouldn't want elephantitis of the dick?
Dude, whenever your blood would rush down there, you'd probably lose it everywhere else and just pass out. Where's the fun in that?
I'm so aroused right now. Like,
that's terrible.
like, the only thing holding you, it's the only thing holding you up.
Well, that's like the biggest cliche when it comes to comedy is, oh, big dick, ha ha.
Yeah. You want to, if you want to show the guys, just tell them their dicks can be bigger.
Yeah.
I don't eat one, especially not a big one.
You know, everyone laughs at the idea of having a big dick, but no one seriously talks about the problems of having a big dick. And you know,
black skin.
Depends on your definition of big.
It's getting caught in the zipper all the time, man. I
don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, of course you don't know what we're talking about, dude. Self-diss. Self-diss right there.
It's a little dick joke. That's what I was going with that.
I got it.
Okay.
It's still funnier than what this guy's doing.
You'd have a line of bros at CVS just like, just trying to do my part, man.
Yes.
It's good to be in Dallas, man. You guys do it right. It's good to be in Dallas. I know.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's the second time he's like, Dallas. Yeah.
Woo,
It's
Dallas!
good for him, not for the audience.
Hooray for Dallas. I guess.
Well, I mean, this isn't even a half-hour special, and he's already like invoked the geography twice.
You get away with it in the beginning. Anything else is unnecessary.
Whoever played JR should walk up and just shoot him on stage. In my
if I was watching something and they said, "Hey, Sydney's awesome," it's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what's that got to do with anything? Get back to telling jokes."
I like Kyler's comment. Suck off the audience more, Bubba.
Yeah, but like, I don't
like unless you're incredibly drunk, you shouldn't forget where you are. We're in Dallas.
Cheer just because he said the name of the city that they happen to be in. Like, what is the cheering for?
Like, that is for like the opening, at least.
Yes.
At most.
Yeah.
And goes no further.
Exactly like what I said. Y'all are mansplaining.
Unless you're like, unless you're maybe doing a geography joke.
No, but I'm saying I don't understand why people get excited just to hear the name of their own city. It's like, do they seriously think the comic is saying this is the best place ever? It's like, no, he says that everywhere he goes. You know, he says that everywhere he goes.
Well,
why are people cheering just because they hear their city name?
It's like that with rock concerts and stand-up specials. It's they say it, people cheer. It's a thing.
Do you mean to tell me that the lead singer of Three Doors Down lied when he said that Tulsa rocks the hardest, Johnny?
Well,
really?
I also
I have some bad news for you, Camel.
Oh my God.
You know, all I gotta say about that is that there was one time where I went to a show and it backfired, kind of. Less Than Jake, we're talking about how they made a recording in Chicago and they did it in Milwaukee and they got booed.
Yeah, we went and saw a friend of mine and I went and saw. Well, Five Finger Death Punch was the closer.
Mm-hmm.
We just went to see Papa Roach in This Moment, and
okay.
Like we're like we'll watch the first part of Five Finger Death Punch, whatever, and then we'll just break out before the flood of people keep us from leaving the parking lot.
I'm just gonna say too, that is the greatest name for a band. I don't even know or care about their music. I just fucking love Five Finger Death Punch.
But it's funny because 90% of concerts in Montana are like pass-through concerts.
Yeah.
Like no one's there because they want to be. Like as much as I hate to say it,
gassed, and we figured we'd just go ahead and play a show.
Exactly, and that's what it was. Like this is a pit stop for like tours. Like no one. Oh yeah, let's perform here.
Yeah, say we needed to get gas, so guys, we might as well put on a show here.
I
We've
will
been driving for 6 hours.
This is where our
only
truck
halfway
broke
through
down.
the state. We needed to stretch our legs.
I will say that Kyle Kinane performed in East Missoula. That was an option, and he chose it. By golly, I will commend that. Like you chose to go there. Like he could have performed in any other city. Just so you know, there's Missoula and East Missoula. East Missoula is tiny. Missoula's small enough as it is, but East Missoula, you might as well perform in Lincoln, land of Kaczynski.
Ted?
Tyranius has Duran Duran stuck in my head now. Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, like no, it's
Okay.
But yeah, we got through the show, and they were just mailing it in. They weren't even like they were there because they needed to be, not because they wanted to. Like, and it's bad because from what I hear from Five Finger Death Punch, they're just like, oh yeah, they're so awesome with all of those. I'm just like, dude, they're like who here bought our new album? Ah, how many of you downloaded it? Ah, he's like, yeah, fuck you guys. Like,
Thank you, PayPigs.
They lost me when the first thing I ever heard of them was the cover of Bad Company. I was like, nope. Don't care what else you
yeah.
do. Nope.
Yeah. I say I would have said the same thing, but I kind of have grown to accept it with Disturbed's Sound of Silence.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Neither did I at first, but then it just kind of grew on me a little bit more.
well,
But it's mainly because I don't like the Disturbed's fucking vocalist.
Five Finger
It's
Death Punch
random.
songs are all covers.
Oh, really?
Says like
I didn't know
first
that.
thing I hear from you as a band shouldn't be a cover of a better band.
To be fair, there's some people that do a cover and they do it, fairly well because they respect the source material and they try to make it their own sort of spin on it. Like Joan Jett covered "Have You Ever Seen the Rain" by Creedence Clearwater Revival, and it's actually really good.
I have
Cool.
actually not heard that.
I'm not opposed to covers. It's just that shouldn't be the first thing I hear from you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Well, to be fair, most people start off their band as a cover band, before they start making their own songs.
Again, not opposed to people doing that. It's just like if that's the first thing I hear of you, I'm just sitting there thinking of a better band playing a better song, and that's not a great first impression.
No, it's not. It's not a good first impression.
It also depends what song is being covered. Like, if it's something that no one's really all that familiar with, then, that's different. Like, a lot of the songs that, say, Elvis covered, no one really knows what the originals even are. Because Elvis took a song that no one was really that familiar with and then brought it to, a new audience.
Sure.
So no one's going to shit on Elvis for covering songs. But if you're taking a song that's already really, really famous and then doing a shitty version of it, then yeah, don't do that.
I love how that now we're sitting there talking about cover bands and just completely disregarded this dude's 12th attempt at trying to jerk off the audience by saying, "Oh, Dallas is so great."
I was going to say, as last. Let's see where he goes with this now.
Yes.
Yeah.
With his second invocation.
There's a reason I said I shoot my special here, man. You guys just give me so much love. I absolutely love Texas, man.
Showtime wouldn't pay for me to do a second one somewhere else.
I will load my gun and make him dance if he just
I'm here
does not
because I
move on
don't
from the
want to be-
geography.
Well, here's the thing. Like his first special was an hour long, and it was on Showtime. This is like 25 minutes, and it's on YouTube. That's his second.
I'm sure
outing.
Showtime said, "Get the fuck out."
Thank you. I haven't touched a mask since I touched down. It is fantastic. LA is not like this, y'all. LA is North Korea with a beach. It is fucking. But they give us
Ow.
Wi-Fi, so that's cool. They're talking about locking us back down. I can't go through another lockdown. Straight up, the shop household barely made it through the last one. We eked our way out of that last one. We did not do well with it. Also, Dallas, my lockdown's different. I got a 5-year-old and 2-year-old. Parents know what I'm talking about. I would rather do anything else than be locked down with those fucking demons 24/7.
It's funny because he hates his kid.
Yeah, and I think we gave what's her name shit for this too.
My lockdown is different.
Ali Wong.
My
Was it
lockdown
Ali
is
Wong?
different. He
Remember,
said that
Oh.
twice.
Her stand up was about how much she hated her husband. Like,
No.
Yeah.
Should we make this a drinking game? It sounds like this could be a fun drinking game.
oh, it
Yeah,
probably
maybe.
should be.
The one I'm thinking of, Johnny. The one I'm thinking of is Natasha Leggero from that Yearly Departed. where
Oh
she was,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was complaining about being locked up with her kid.
Yeah, it's the same joke, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
I
to
don't-
be fair, that could be a similar complaint. Like, I mean, 5 and 2 years old, it's like you're watching Peppa Pig all day. I doubt that's fun.
Is that where he's gonna go though?
Let's find out.
This guy.
Okay, here's a fun little game. What do you guys expect is going to be the joke here? 5 and 2-year-old. What is the joke? Go.
Well, he's already called them
He
demons.
hates his kids.
So it's gonna be something of mild inconvenience that they do. That
Probably something physical.
That's pretty vague.
So something like that. They're running around screaming all day, or he has to worry about like cleaning the crayon off the walls or shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that and just having to watch little kids shows all day. That's my bet. I'm placing my bets.
Okay.
All right.
We're not even locked down. My girl was fighting with me the other week. If we get locked down, we're fucked. She was fighting with me. Fucking, Fauci, Delta, mask, what are we going to do? I was thinking to myself, oh my God, my life would be so much easier if I was just gay as shit.
Didn't see the gay aspect coming.
really,
Is he going to
He didn't
go
give you any
self-deprecating with
clues?
it?
he didn't give you any clues leading up to this bit about.
Well,
him
yeah, no,
possibly?
his-
With the little dance.
His little dance and his liberal use of the lisp. Yeah, okay, good point.
But there is a new category, metrosexuals, that you don't know.
Yeah.
Sean, you mean he's not?
I mean, he could have fooled me.
If I was locked down with the bros, Dallas, quarantine with the homies,
Yeah, well,
you know how much more
He's
fun we
talking
would
about the bros
have?
quite a bit. Yeah.
You know, when my friend told me that he was gay, as shit was not part of the vocabulary.
Yeah, that would be a little on the nose now, wouldn't it?
Johnny, I have something to confess to you. I'm gay as shit.
Gay as shit.
I don't need to know what you do in the bedroom.
Good lord.
Oh my God, dude. We'd like play video games all day. We'd work out. At night, we'd
Do
fuck
gay
each
people play
other.
video games?
Knee slap.
Uh-huh. Get it? Because I would fuck the shit out of my friends.
Yeah, because he's gay. Well, he would be gay in that scenario.
Yes.
Because
I mean, he looks like he's seen one up close.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all know that's, you know, gays just aren't like the straights. It's piss orgies all around.
I mean, on the bright side, they do have less domestic violence. So
Well,
A lot more
gay
monk-
people do. Not the case for the entire blanket alphabet people. Because
I
lesbians
thought
are
lesbians-
violent as fuck.
Yeah, they have
No,
the highest domestic violence rate.
We're-
don't
We're
they?
Yeah.
talking about Mr. Staub here being gay. We're not talking about the whole alphabet.
Oh,
We're
okay.
talking about the gay
Yeah.
dudes. He's
Yes.
talking about hanging out with the bros, the homies.
David,
He's also
homies.
talking about
has less
screwing
violence,
them
but more
too.
Yeah, less domestic violence, but more monkeypox. It's a trade-off. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot about monkeypox.
I say, what about the Italian dude that tested positive for COVID, monkeypox, and HIV all at the same time?
And syphilis.
What's the
And
opposite of the
syphilis?
lottery?
And syphilis.
I didn't see the syphilis, but yeah, there was an Italian dude that tested positive for all three of those at the same time.
What do you want to bet? He was just hanging out at the train station, just like, "Mi scusi."
Yeah, right.
This guy was all, what the fuck? No. I thought we were going to play video games, bro. Sorry, man. I love that.
You know, and isn't it funny that, like, it kind
Isn't
of pokes...
homophobia hilarious?
It's
Sorry, bro.
well, that and, like, yeah, just because they're gay doesn't mean they want to fuck everything. Like,
Right?
No, fuck no. I'm not into that, dude. I'm not. I don't want to be locked down with you anymore. I just. What are you going to do, bro? Get bored.
Because, yeah, that... nothing...
When you're bored,
nothing,
you fuck?
Nothing cures boredom like rape.
Yeah.
Good fucking lord.
One can dream, Dallas. One can dream. I never thought
can
I'd
dream
say
about
this
being
to
gay.
a live audience.
And a non-stock shot of the crowd.
Yeah, that is one of the few ones where you actually see people's faces, huh?
Yeah. And it's like, I don't even think they're laughing. I think it's just
No.
How much canned laughter do you think is in this?
quite a bit.
There's a lot of the back of the people's heads. There's a lot of shots of the back of people's heads. So
Yeah, they don't.
I'm
They,
guessing-
they haven't shown the. Oh, there's a picture of the audience.
Let's see here.
One can dream, Dallas. One can.
People are laughing.
Well, like, there's some laughter here, but it doesn't match.
Dream. I never thought
The
I'd say
audio.
this to a live audience. One thing that I'm grateful for the governor of California.
I was gonna, I don't know, man. We got there too late. I was going to see if anybody wanted to guess what he was grateful for.
Oh.
But also, Kyler says, to be fair, this dude's probably a fun guy to hang out with, but he's not really stand-up material. I don't know, man. Based off of what he
That could
was
be
saying,
fair.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. He'd probably be like one of those bitchy gay guys, you know?
Well, no, like, here's the thing, right? Everyone's got the friend group, and you've got one guy who thinks he's way funnier than he is. And you still love him because he's your bro and all, but, like, it's like, dude, you're just not funny. Sorry. I'm sorry, but you're just not funny.
Right here, you don't have to talk about me like that.
Self-deprecation is funnier than fucking boasting.
Well, and then, like,
Depends on who's boasting.
we've had a friend who we've told him that he wasn't funny, and he's just like, I'm just gonna try harder. Like, dude,
Challenge accepted, sir.
It's just it's just fucking sad now.
Governor
But you
Newsom
don't
to
get
lock
better
this
at anything
down.
without practice.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, that's how you get better, is like, you just keep trying. And eventually, you figure shit out.
Well, and it wasn't that he tried to tell the jokes differently. Like, he just told the jokes harder.
More aggressively.
Yeah.
More
and,
aggressive.
Like,
Oh no!
like, dude, delivery, man. Like,
Comedic timing, delivery.
And Tyr says, "Why do I get the feeling that there's an applause sign above them?" This was released on YouTube. There's not even going to be an applause sign above them. It's going to be some dude off to the side with like Sharpie and cardboard. You know, please clap, Jeb style.
just hand signals.
Oh God, Jeff.
Good old Jeb.
For an entire year and ruining small businesses. Because I wouldn't have realized this unless I was locked down with my family for an entire year. I realized my girl's not cool. She's just not not a friendly human being. I married.
And now she's.
I hate my wife. I hate my wife.
My kids are demons. My wife is, boring.
Take my wife, please. I just flew
Andy's
into
the
Dallas and boy, are my arms
hanging out with
tired.
dudes.
Good
Not you
God.
two.
A goddamn rattlesnake. Dallas, she's like, this is my girl. This is my girl, man. This is what I'm dealing with. Yo, listen, LA's different than Texas. They just opened my son's school
He just
last
did that a
week.
third
He hasn't been
time.
in school in a fucking year. They just opened it last week. First day.
What do you have to worry about school? He's got a 5-year-old, but a 2-year-old. It's like 2 and 5. 5, yeah, I suppose it goes to kindergarten, but like the 2-year-old. What's he talking about school for?
So he's got.
God,
one going
it's
to
hard to
school.
follow his train of logic.
Well, he did get punched in the head a lot too.
True.
Of kindergarten. So I got him his first day outfit, looking all fucking fly, dope kicks, giant backpack, backwards hat, looks just like me. I'm walking up for school. I'm like, dude, it's about to be lit as fuck. All his little friends out front in their first day outfits. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are cute as shit. I need to document this. I go, T, get tight. There's a bunch of you squeezing tight. Daddy's gonna take a picture. Ready? Cheese on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese. They're all cheese. I take out my phone. I'm all, hell yeah. I snap a pic.
Wait, you didn't have the photo
I text
out?
to my girl. She gets it. She looks at it. She goes, crop out the uglies. Resend.
Not even his girlfriend likes him.
Now he's saying his wife is calling little kids ugly, and
Oh.
he had to crop the photo, crop them out, and resend the picture.
Yeah, I agree with Tyrannus in the fucking chat here. It wasn't creepy at all. Yeah, like, dude, that's not the way you describe taking pictures of kids. Like, if that was the joke, that would have been kind of funny. That the self-deprecation is that, like, someone comes up, like, tackles you for trying to take pictures of kids.
So he's a tool and his girl's a bitch. That's
The only
about
thing I
right.
could think of was that was actually kind of moderately funny.
Well, when we've got this,
Well, yeah, I mean, she said it sarcastically. Yeah, that's true. It is. A fictional
But
story.
it's in a text.
Yeah.
But so you don't know if she was joking or if it was something serious. If it was something serious, it's like, God, shut
But
up,
there's
bitch.
been plenty of like screenshots of like messaging apps that show really funny conversations. Like humor can come through in writing.
Yeah.
What? Excuse me? I said, you're in a group chat to other parents, dumbass.
Okay, that's funny.
Savage, y'all. Savage.
based off of what we've seen up to this point, does anybody believe he came up with that line on his own?
Probably not. He probably workshopped it.
I wonder if there's ghostwriters for comedians.
Well,
I mean,
like comedians do
it-
this all the time. Like when they get together, they workshop jokes with each other and say, "Well, this would have been funnier," and then they just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
incorporate it into their routine. Yeah.
Yeah, my what I'm wondering is, like, did he actually workshop that, or did he just flat lift it from somebody else?
That's a good point.
Is he going to be the
Because
next Amy Schumer?
Well,
Because that joke was kind of funny.
everything
You're
everything
in a
leading
group
up
chat,
to
dumbass.
this has
Yeah.
not been, and he starts off talking about how his woman's a rattlesnake. So I mean, like the setup that he starts off with just doesn't really go with the punchline he's delivering. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I think the delivery goes with it. It just doesn't match with the close, the punchline that it is.
I married a Mexican, y'all. I married a Mexican.
Here we go. The crux of the.
I I thought you would
stand-up
like that.
special and why
Listen,
it's called what it is.
listen. I thought you guys would enjoy that. Listen, Dallas. I don't mean like Taco Bell Mexican. No. I'm talking Guadalajara. Born and raised. Came to the States 10 years ago.
Lies.
She was born in California. She did grow up some in
Guadalajara.
in Mexico, yeah. But American citizen, born and raised.
Yep. Yeah, he married a breakfast taco.
Oh god.
I don't know what you guys are on about. Breakfast tacos are delicious.
He was making a Jill Biden reference.
Illegally Mexican.
Yeah, not
The
a
real deal, Holyfield. Y'all, this shit is... I dated a lot of white girls, big titties and flat asses before her, and it just never worked out for me. It just would never work out. And I'll never forget this. One of my boys goes, dude, Papi, what are you doing, bro? Get with a Latina, bro. You know why? Because they're fun and they're spicy. No doubt, definitely spicy. Girl spicy, right? Girl spicy. You know what spicy means? They're assholes. That's what that means.
What does that mean, Slap?
Sorry, man.
Oh, well, he didn't do the knee slap.
Apologies always make the punchlines funnier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's observational comedy. Spicy, that means they're assholes. Okay, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Well, and I'm not saying every comic should do it, but I know there's a couple who will do the apology and then just follow it up with a double down.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? Shit. Daniel Tosh does that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Patrice O'Neal's done it. Kind of.
Not recently, but yeah.
No, dark jokes.
He was black, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And diabetic. Not that that has anything to do with it, but whatever.
Beatus.
First got the other. She was cooking authentic Mexican food 7 nights a week. I'm not used to this. I was like, what? Fajitas every Wednesday? Fuck yeah. No, dumbass. Not fajitas every Wednesday. Real Mexican dishes, y'all. Real shit from the motherland. I'm talking huevos rancheros.
And yes, Tosh is still doing comedy.
Oh, Tosh.0?
Not Tosh.0, but he's still doing his own stand-up.
Yeah. And so if you've seen his stand-up, it's you can tell that he was one of the lead writers on Tosh.0 because it is very his comedy is observational and it's both insulting and deprecating. That's like his bread and butter.
Douchebag is his label.
He's one of those comedians that's extremely... He doesn't look as smart as he is. Like, he doesn't come off like...
He doesn't come off as very smart, but yeah, his jokes are pretty clever.
But as soon as, he'll say something and it's just like, oh, shit. Like, oh, he does know that shit.
Well, it's one of my favorites too is usually, and it's really hard for some comedians to do. Tosh does it really well. Is explaining the joke as a joke. He'll tell a joke about the rape of his sister because he decided to fuck with her rape whistle, and he'll say she got raped. And then, the crowd will go, oh, you're a boo. And then they'll go oh, yeah, because I'm talking about my fake sister.
I remember that joke.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was pepper spray.
Yeah, pepper spray. That's right. With silly string. Yeah, replaced her pepper spray with silly string. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
They're pranking each other. And
yeah.
I thought to myself, Daniel, this is really gonna hurt.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Actually, he performed in Missoula as well, and
on accident or by purposefully?
I think this was one on purpose. Actually, it's funny. The comedians usually come in on purpose. The rock bands are the ones that come in and are just like, yeah, it says we're here.
Yeah.
But he was talking about not wanting to pick up whores. Like he's like, I'm just done. And some chick goes, boo, and like the entire audience just like, well, let's see how this is gonna turn out. Like
I just imagine everyone's head doing that slow turn, like.
And he goes, "Did you
about to get it?"
He's like, "Boo," and he goes, I bet when your dad was born, or when you were born, your dad had shed a tear. I can only imagine what he would be doing. Or no, because he had mentioned before I finished that, he had mentioned he's like, I don't want to participate in any Roethlisbergering, and that was when Roethlisberger was accused of locking girls in a bathroom and having his way, and then letting them loose. And yeah, he's like, I can only imagine how your father would feel about you booing being raped. And like the chick like pitched a fit, and she was like this close to getting kicked out. And everyone's just watching it like, shut the fuck up and let's just get on with the show. Like, what are you doing?
So you knew what you were signing up for when you went to a Daniel Tosh show. You know what you're getting into. That's his comedy on Tosh.0 is no different.
And if you don't do your research, then you just kind of deserved it.
Exactly.
Well, you're heckling at a stand-up show. That right there. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are masochists.
Yeah. I mean,
speaking of masochism, go ahead and press play, Johnny.
Carne asada.
Did you just lick the mic?
Pico de gallo.
Why is he pronouncing Spanish where it's like he's
My
got a
favorite.
in his mouth?
Because he's...
Yeah. Even an American would just say pico de gallo. Come on.
We are not going to get dinged by the algorithm on this one. We're pausing it every couple of seconds.
I would hope not.
We are covered.
Well, if anything, we're getting the content identification. But
it has to run for, what is it, a minute or 2 minutes? I don't know how long it takes to get dinged. Or was it 45? I don't know. No idea.
Well, it used to I think it used to be like 4 seconds for content, but it's kind of like different for different things. It's essentially you can't go the entire stream. You can't pull a Hassan and then come back and be like, oh yeah, let me just close that out and we're done here.
Twitch is a whole other hellhole.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the one who...
now, but I think for a while...
Was that turn?
Oh. I don't know what it is now, but I think for a while it was 20 seconds because honey badgers used to have the banana rule where they would pause, say banana, to break up the flow, and then resume so that they wouldn't get copyright dinged.
Yeah.
Chili.
What was that?
I just said weird.
Every night, 7 years later, every fucking night. I know I look Latin. This girl know who I am. She's like, honey, what the fuck is happening right now? Is he not a Puerto Rican shortstop for the Dodgers? What the fuck's happening? Dude, I did that 23andMe. I did that shit. You spin the cup, you mail.
How white are we talking here?
Very white. Talking glow in the dark white.
There's Lauren levels.
Mayonnaise on white bread on a paper plate with a glass of milk in a snowstorm. That white.
The Major Payne route. Got it. God, I like that movie.
your DNA in. I did that. They sent me a jar of mayonnaise back. I am white as shit, Dallas. Yeah. White person handout, page 7, bitch.
White person handout. Hey, old guy gamer.
I need a fucking tater tot once a week. Would a fucking Hot Pocket kill you every now and then? Every time dinner would come, I'm like, oh, does she really think beans go with every goddamn meal? Is she serious?
I don't.
She for real?
Beans are good.
Every time dinner would come, like, does it ever occur to her? Maybe Brendan's not trying to shit his pants tonight. How about that?
Where are you shitting your pants when you eat
Humor.
beans?
Like,
Wait,
if anything,
what?
that gives you gas.
Yeah.
Unless
Nothing
he's
to
that
do with
angry.
They
shit.
are the magical fruit.
The more you eat, the more you toot. Aha. Ha-ha. That's a Bart Simpson joke.
Look, we're in 5th grade again.
Yeah.
Thanks to Brendan, yes.
We are amused.
Fuck.
Was that Gabby?
I said we are amused. I said that sarcastically.
We are amused.
We are amused.
Every time dinner would come, my asshole would go like this. Fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. Fuck. We're dying down here, Bobby. It's so spicy, bro.
I had I stayed over at a friend's house, and he's got a Turkish family. Like, he's the first generation American. Everyone else is like
How many
straight
times did you get raped, Johnny?
straight from Turkey. I have yet to disclose that because I signed a paper. I believe diplomatic immunity was involved, but only thing I remember, because there was it was his dad who was from Turkey. His dad and his dad's family was from Turkey, and there was a foreign exchange. They were going to college or high school. I can't remember which one. And I just remember, like, his grandmother had made ball onion soup, and my first thought was, I'm going to hate eating this because I hate onions, and I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna gag, and I'm going to offend everyone, and I'm getting booted from the house. Like, I am thinking worst case scenario. Fortunately, it was actually really good. Like the broth had completely like soaked through the onion, so you had the onion flavor, but it wasn't like strong. It was more like eating a grape.
Okay.
With broth, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, because I don't want to take a bite and just be like, blah, blah, like throw it up all over the table, because my gag reflex with bad food is awful. I've told that story before. I've destroyed Thanksgiving on several occasions.
I've never been thicker since I got with a Mexican, man. Thick with 3 fucking C's. Dude, everything they eat, bean, cheese, bean, cheese, bean, cheese, bean, cheese. I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm just going to carb load year round?
There's no carbs in beans or cheese. Beans are protein. Cheese is lactose.
I can't.
Now, if it was different if you said rice and tortillas, because those are carbs. You fucking idiot.
Let me just take a look here. Carb count.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, you don't want to let quiz just go off. Okay, so there are carbs in beans.
There are? How much?
19 grams per...
12 pounds.
I'm guessing a half a cup serving.
Half cup serving. So I'm just trying to think how much that would be in percentage.
I'd say
just look it
maybe
up.
like
Yeah.
a third of a can.
How many grams are in a cup? 101 grams. So, or 201 grams. So how many grams?
19 total grams of carbs.
Oh wait, hold on. 19 grams
For fat-free
by...
refried beans, which is
It
what
is-
I'd be guessing.
It is 9%. There is 9% of carbs in beans. 9% of beans are carbs. And how much is in cheese? Let's just go
Like-
Mexican cheese. Mexican cheese, carb. Mexican cheese, 0.5 or a quarter cup shredded contains 0 grams of carbs.
I was gonna say it's maybe a gram of carb per like 2 tablespoons, and that's not even like it's. I think it even says on the package that I get for us, it says less than 1.
Mm-hmm.
Here it's saying a half a gram per serving.
Like I said,
per
you
quarter
would
cup.
have had a point if you said rice and tortillas, because those are nothing but carbohydrates. There's no carbohydrates in beans and fucking cheese. What's wrong with you? There's fat in cheese. Good God.
We never tail
I can
off
excuse
the
a
carb.
lot, just don't be a fucking idiot. Anyway.
That's the game plan?
Are you done?
We're all going to be built
He's
like
never
armadillos? I got so thick in the pandemic, I decided to go on a keto diet. If you know what keto is a diet where you can't eat Mexican food. That's the diet.
Yes, it is, because Mexican diet is almost entirely things that are not in keto, and keto is essentially just cutting out carbs.
Yeah.
So what would you eat in a Mexican diet? Literally, beans, cheese, and meat.
Yeah.
Those are keto friendly. So 2 of the things that you already mentioned, you fucking idiot, you could eat in keto.
I'm getting hungry now.
You getting what? Hungry?
Hungry, yes.
Ah,
Throw some lettuce in there, and
so-
there you go. You got your keto diet.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Roughage for
You could
fiber.
have
Yeah.
you could have like a burrito bowl, just don't have rice.
Yeah, just no rice and no tortilla.
Yeah.
So I said make it a bowl.
My
Yep.
wife's like, we should do the keto diet, and I'm like, yeah, I can eat rice. She's like, oh no, you can't eat rice. I'm like, fuck you, I can't.
You can have stuffed jalapenos on the keto diet. That's a pretty dang good start.
Yeah, except for they eat jalapenos, and you might as well just be eating onions.
You don't like onions or jalapenos? I just don't know how to talk to you. I can't talk to you.
If it's a
can't
vegetable, chances are I don't like it.
How old are you?
Okay, so I will actually eat vegetables. But when I was younger, my idea of a salad was the slice of lettuce that came with a burger. Like,
Okay.
Well, burgers and sandwiches has got all your major food groups, especially put like tomatoes and guess what, onions on it.
You know, Old Guy Gamer said, so chili. You know, I mad respect, bro. Chili, no beans. Hell yeah.
I'm so hungry.
It's pretty easy to stick to, man. Just don't touch a fucking tortilla. You know what I'm saying? Here's my problem, though. Here's my problem. Every
Hey, finally got it
Friday,
right.
my mother-in-law cooks my favorite Mexican food at my house. She has her own house, but does that at mine. It makes no sense.
That
Mother-in-law makes
It-
food at
was
the
that
house. Like,
was that a joke?
I hate my mother-in-law.
But where was the joke?
I think he's getting to it. Give him more than a couple. We'll give him a shot.
Yeah, I had
Well,
to.
no, try.
I had to-
People laughed at that. Where was the joke? She has her own house, but she cooks at mine. Where was the joke?
Some people just laugh throughout. Like that's kind of normal in any kind of comedy. Like just some people laugh like in the middle of the story because they're I don't know why they just do.
Nah, I guess.
That just gave me an idea for a meme, but I'm gonna write that down.
What? Where was the joke?
Where's the joke?
Where's
Is it
the
like
joke?
John Travolta like looking around the room like?
No, no, it'll be better than that. All right.
So before I started this keto diet, I went up to my girl. I go, hey, you know I love your mom. Her food, best in the world. It's my favorite. That's why I'm so fucking fat. Listen, do me a favor, though. I don't want to be tempted. I don't want in the house. Do me a favor. Tell your mom I'm on keto. Can you do that? She goes, why don't you tell her? She speaks English. I went, but she doesn't, though. But she doesn't.
I mean, okay, this is personal experience here. I live in Little Mexico. There are some people who come here who say that they can quote speak English, and they really cannot. Is that the joke?
I think it is.
I think it's one of those. He's working up to it. We got to give him a fair shot.
Yeah. I do. It just in my job, there is we have what's called the Spanish line, and in order to assist them, because some people just prefer to speak in Spanish. Like if they can't get in touch with someone, like I had an entire conversation with a family that was translated from a 10-year-old. So, I mean, this was after the Spanish line went down. Like everyone went home, and so it was a policy that I wasn't quite trained on, but I'm like, I can have you guys call tomorrow if there's someone you want to speak to then. And it was so funny because, like, I can hear him saying it to the kid, and I can kind of hear it from him because I know words in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
But he's kind of like... And the kid has no idea what any of these words mean as far as insurance words.
Sure.
And so he's just like, how the fuck am I going to translate deductible to my dad?
Yeah, deductible or like copay or like.
Aww.
And so like, and fortunately his dad knew like some English too, so he kind of had an idea of what was going on. And so, and I thought this poor kid, I hats off to that guy, but. We're having this adult conversation with a 10-year-old as a proxy. And finally got to the point where I'm just like, yeah, I can't tell you why that went down like that, but I can tell you that it did. It's probably best to call tomorrow between these hours, and then you can speak to them about the words. And he's like, okay, I'll have him do that, because I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, but yeah, that was a great kid.
You keep saying that, and she clearly fucking doesn't.
Racism.
Do me a solid, tell her I'm on fucking keto, okay?
So that he didn't explain it. It was just a hey, your mom doesn't speak English. Well, she speaks English. Well, here's the thing. No, she doesn't. Well, you didn't give any anecdotes about trying to communicate with her and not having English is just it taking on. What? How's that a joke?
Just give him a second. It could just be one of those longer stories. Like
there's
comedians who were on like I can't believe this is happening, who would tell just like one story joke for like 10 minutes. Like,
well, sure. I'm just saying
he's not funny, but we gotta let him like give him some time to get it out.
I've already pressed my X button. I'm just saying.
Gabby GeeWhiz, devil's advocate.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, I don't care about nice.
8 weeks goes by, your boy hasn't touched a fucking tortilla. Nothing. I walked in the house last Friday. Sure enough, there's a fucking fiesta of my favorite food. You know how like Theo Von can't bring out cocaine?
And name drop.
Who? What?
Theo Von. If you
No idea who that is.
I don't blame you, but he's known now as the mullet guy. I've seen him do
Theo
a stand-up.
Von?
Theo Von. Theo.
Vaughn.
V-O-N.
V-O-N. Theo Vaughn, American stand-up comedian. Yeah, I have no idea who this dude is.
He did a Comedy Central routine, I'd say a good...
And podcaster, this past weekend podcast. Okay,
a good few years back. Well,
Never heard of
podcasts
him.
just blew up, like, because of the pandemic, so...
He starred in Road Rules when he was 19.
Yeah.
In 2000. That's probably the reason why I wouldn't, like, fuck. Okay, wait, hold on. Mid-2008, Vaughn was one of the members of the Comedy Central sketch compilation Reality Bites Back. He won the show, beating out fellow comedians Amy Schumer, Bert Kreischer? And Tiffany Haddish. I know Tiffany Haddish, kind of. She was one of the voices in fucking the Lego Movie, which came out when I was in college, so it was big like animation thing. So everyone that was the big animation thing that everyone was comparing themselves to. Yeah. I have no idea who Bert Kreischer is, and then we all know who fucking Amy Schumer is. So that could probably be the reason why I have no idea who the fuck this dude is, because I didn't give a shit about MTV's shitty reality shows or any of those stand-up comics.
And do yourself a favor and look up Bert Kreischer.
Oh, who? Bert Kreischer?
Bert Kreischer, yeah.
Yeah.
You will...
Oh, okay, wait, no, I do know this dude. He's the Machine. Yeah, no, yeah. I know that one. Okay, I know him.
Yeah, you probably didn't recognize it by name, but... By face.
I had to look at his face, yeah.
Or rather, because chances are you look up his name, you get the whole top half.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All fupa and everything.
Which is funny because he doesn't actually look like that now.
Oh, well, yeah, good on him.
He's lost quite a bit of weight.
Yeah. I'm the Machine.
You were saying, Camel?
Yeah, I know that bit.
Oh, I had to step away, and I just got back, and I heard something about a fupa, and I was like, what?
No.
You know how, like, he struggles with cocaine? Like, if there was cocaine on...
You know that addiction?
You know, that horrible chemical addiction that you can't kick because you are chemically dependent on it? That horrible thing? Yeah.
Isn't it really sad that like the biggest pop he's gotten so far is for talking about somebody else's coke habit?
Yeah.
MTV's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Right now, he'd fucking snort it from right field. You feel me?
MTV.
God bless him. I love that fucking dude. That's I am with fucking pozole. I see it, dude. I will fucking take it to the snout. I can't be around it.
What the hell is pozole?
So that Mexican food that he's been bitching about.
It's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember exactly what.
It looks like a kind of a chili-ish type stew.
Mmm.
It actually looks pretty good. And I should probably not look that up.
Now we're all getting hungry.
P-O. Okay. P-O. I think it's pozole. Let's see here. Traditional soup or stew from Mexican cuisine is made with hominy and meat, typically pork, but possibly chicken. Can be seasoned and garnished with shredded lettuce or cabbage, chili peppers, onion, garlic, radishes, avocado, salsa, or limes. Known in Mesoamerica and pre-Columbian day today the stew is common across Mexico and neighboring countries and served both as a day-to-day meal and a festive dish. Yeah, it's pozole.
I'd eat it. Even if it does have onions.
Mm-hmm.
I can eat around the onion. That's fine.
See it, I eat it. So I walked in, I go, Mama, you know I love Mama, what are you doing? I know you know, I'm on keto. I know you know, somebody told you I'm on keto. She goes, mijo, bueno, ándale, mijo. Cabron, look, cabron.
And I say, a little point of fact, do you know what cabron actually means?
I think it's derogatory, isn't it?
Dumbass. But in colloquialism for Spanish, it also means dude or bro or something like that. So if you're familiar with if you're familiar with someone and they call you cabron, that means, you know, something good. But if someone just says, "Hey, cabron," it means, "Hey, dumbass."
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
She grabs this tray, she goes, cabron, look, taquitos. It's keto, bitch.
Well, perhaps you could have said it yourself.
I told you he was working up to it. The story's not done yet.
Isn't keto also like the how you pronounce the capital of some South American country, Chile or something like that?
Maybe.
That's Santiago.
I said or something like that.
I only know that because I did a report on Chile when I was a kid.
Trying to, what would be?
We're only
I'm just
halfway
gonna
through.
stay thick, y'all. It's my DNA. Oh, the other thing you should know about Dana Mexican, nobody told me this. There's me flaming hot Cheetos.
But
What about Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
In case you're
Is that true of Mexicans? Because I would think that's more true of black people if you're going that straight up fucking stereotype.
dude, I'm sorry. Takis always sold out at my old store. Like,
Right?
all the time.
You're not gonna get Flamin' Hot Cheetos in a Mexican place. You're gonna get fucking Takis.
There's so many different kinds, too. I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the other thing you should know about Dana Mexican, nobody told me this. There's me flaming hot Cheetos all over your house. They love.
Although, to be fair, what my ex-boyfriend and his dad used to do, I would get myself flaming hot Cheetos, and I hated the lime ones, and they would just put lime in my bag. I'm like, I can't eat this anymore.
Yeah.
Pricks.
That was the way they made. Is the way they made laid claim to it.
Camel doesn't really dig the spicy food, so.
Was that?
I said Camel doesn't dig the spicy food, so.
How old are you and Johnny? Seriously, how old?
I am not a fan of spicy food.
Unless you guys have ulcers, there's no excuse.
My palate cannot handle it.
Like setting my asshole on fire, alright?
Oh my
Like when I was working as a dishwasher, my boss knew this, and he goes, hey Johnny, come here. I'm going to test out this new soup, and I want you to try it out. And as I walked closer, I could smell it, but I had no idea what I was smelling. Like, I'm like, this smells a little off. And he dipped a soup spoon in the thing, put it to my mouth, and as soon as he put it in, it was over. It was habanero
As
seasoning.
soon as he put it in, it was over.
It was habanero sauce.
Oh jeez. Well, I was gonna say, this is how you all know, by the way, guys, that both Camel and Johnny are North American Native Americans. 'Cause there's no way this shit would fly in South America.
Oh no, like no. Yeah, I would be.
That's
I'd be
right.
like,
We eat Indian
okay.
tacos and we have fry bread. Okay.
Well, it's like, yeah, I can tell I'm native. I eat bland food. I don't care.
Good
How
point.
long have they been crowing about the corn? I mean, yeah, we're not not spicy people.
Yeah, our major contribution to society is corn.
Oh, Maize
You're
is great.
welcome.
Maize is great.
But yeah, I died, and then I shat everywhere that night.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not shocked.
And I tried it a couple times because I was hoping that it would be one of those things where the more you try it, the more you get used to it. No, that's not how that works. Not how it works at all.
So like smoking pot, you just build up a tolerance.
Yeah. But there's a reason why my friends called me the one-hit wonder for like 7 years. No. I was asleep within half an hour of starting.
I'm the only person in my house who don't speak Spanish. I feel like a refugee in my own goddamn house. My white friends never dated a Latino before. Go, dude, just fucking learn Spanish. Put a little effort in. Learn Spanish. How hard can it be? I'm all, bitch, I am 38. I struggle with English at times.
I'm 38 too, and I'm not learning Spanish. It's not gonna fucking happen.
I took it in high school, and you know how much I remember?
Nothing.
Nada.
I'm sure you know how to count.
I remember.
Oh,
nada.
nada. I see that. That's a funny joke.
Put me on stage.
Right?
I remember. I know enough now, like, because I took 3.5 years, and I know enough to where like I can translate what someone's saying, but I'm just like, see.
You can't speak back.
I got Google for that.
I am speaking like 1 or 2 word robot sentences. See, no, like.
I remember the go-to of just like asking like, how do you say that in English?
You know what it feels like to my 5-year-old son roll up on his bike and talk shit to me in Spanish? You know what that feels like? As a father, you know what that feels like? I don't have a clue what he's talking about. I have a clue. I thought puto meant dude for the longest time.
Everyone knows puto means bitch. Come on.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
It would have been funnier if it was cabron.
Yes.
I dropped him off at school last week. I was all, later, puto!
That's what I was
Teacher was
doing.
like, what the fuck? I'm all, puto. Puto?
Why is everyone mad?
What?
That could have at least used some padding on that end.
Yeah, a little bit of padding. Yeah.
That seems to be the theme, though. Like, not enough padding where it needs to be, and too much padding where it doesn't go.
Yeah.
Well, at least I've seen worse on this channel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Well, we could have gone with
It's like the difference between dog shit and cat shit.
Where's Gabriel Iglesias? Someone get this puto off the stage.
That's like Gabriel Iglesias is a perfect example, man. All of his stand-up is self-deprecating, and it's hilarious.
I forgot about that guy. Oh, I wonder how he's doing.
Fairly good. He did. He did a voice for a fairly big show, didn't he?
He's put out like one stand-up special a year for the last like 5 years, and he has a Netflix show. And I think it's going into the 2nd season.
Yeah. I'm just trying to... He's got his own website, fluffyguy.com. Gabriel Jesus Iglesias is his full name. Fuck, what was... Oh, yeah, that's right. He was Speedy Gonzalez in the new Space Jam movie.
Oh, that
I didn't bother
abortion.
watching that.
Yeah.
It's you know what? They got rid of Pepe Le Pew, but they kept the dudes from Clockwork Orange in there.
You're right.
How does that make any sense?
I was say, you're talking about like someone who actually raped someone. That's straight up in the movie.
I lost my ability to even. I just thought people were shit posting.
I think it's because Pepe Le Pew is black.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
They got
Black
the
and French
system.
too. I mean,
Oh, black and French, get him out.
Yeah, I say, man, he was dead on arrival.
Yeah, that is. I think we can call that the Prospero Effect.
Yeah.
That's when you have the ability to not even.
One of the many things I love about the Mexican culture is, I do love your culture, man. One of the many things I love about it is you guys always
He
have
already
something.
forgot he's in Dallas.
Well,
Shut up.
He thinks he's in Mexico.
he's cupping the Mexican balls now.
Yes.
Texicans.
You realize they're neighbors, but you're still in the wrong house.
Where's Necrosol when you need him?
Celebrate. Every week you have something to celebrate. As a white person, my dad's like, only your birthday, motherfucker. I'm like, all right, once a year, be cool, Dad, be cool. Not Mexicans, every week something's popping.
Is it though?
Yeah.
That kind of sounds like an Irish stereotype, or someone who just wants to get fucking drunk.
I mean, let's put it this way: here in Chicago, it was really funny. Like, again, I live in like Little Mexico. There's tons of Hispanic people around here. But the only time wherever like they fly Mexican flags and are like, I'm sure if the stereotype were to be persisting, they'd be popping off shots into the air and running around with La Cucaracha playing, it would be on the Mexican Independence Day. It's not even fucking Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is for white people.
Yep.
Cinco de Mayo is like specific to one state in Mexico.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. The place that I work is like 99.9% Hispanic. There's like 3 black guys who work, and like I'm the only whitey. They did a Cinco de Mayo celebration, and it was awesome because I got all this like free Mexican food, and it was delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember one time going to the barbershop with my dad and waiting on a haircut. Dude walked in with a cooler full of tamales, trying to sell them.
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad's like, don't ever buy tamales from a dude with a cooler just walking down the street. It's like, that's exactly who you buy tamales from.
That's the best ones.
Yeah,
Shit works.
Now,
like when
it's not like it's a gas station tamale.
Yeah, right. There was a place like one of the other places I worked. There would be like every like 2 or 3 months they would bring in tamales and just like hand them out to people, and they were always delicious.
Never had a tamale.
You never had a tamale? You might like them. And I say there's some that are pretty hot, and then other ones that are just mild, and they're pretty good.
But yeah, my dad, white guy just sitting there in the barbershop, like, you buy food from random strangers walking on the street. It's like, that is authentic Mexican. That's you don't.
Yeah, that's who you buy it from.
If there's anyone you
awesome.
should get it from, it would be the guy with the tamale.
Last week, some
tamale thermos.
Mm-hmm.
girl turned 15. Not even related to us. Threw the party at my house. Apparently, the Mexican culture, turn 15 is a big deal.
Yeah, the quinceañera.
How have you not heard of this?
Right?
Like, I'm northern as fuck. With like, there is
Johnny's in the middle of God's nowhere, and he knows what a quinceañera is. Come on now.
Oh man. Yeah, if there's a Mexican in Montana, chances are they're passing through. Like, there's no Mexicans.
Yeah.
And Brennan Schaub's from Colorado. You tell me no Mexicans in Denver? Really? You had no contact with this culture before going to L.A.?
White people, we don't give a fuck. These Mexicans give
That's
all
not
the
true.
fuck. Yeah.
We give a fuck for 16, not 15.
Yeah.
That's all. Sweet 16s, come on. That's white as fuck.
That's true.
Well, he's not very smart on top of not being very funny. Quiz.
Yeah,
He didn't
Well,
put
yeah,
those two
that's
together.
true.
The only difference between Sweet 16 and a quinceañera is that we don't feel like killing the quinceañera's parents.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of feel like killing the Sweet 16's parents too. I'm just saying.
Well, no, I mean we're just like, okay, yeah, you had a kid that turned 15. Congratulations, there's a party. Sweet 16 is just like, you're a spoiled bitch. Get over yourself. I'm gonna drown you all in a tub.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In Minecraft.
Yes, in Minecraft.
In the house, these Mexicans give a fuck about social distancing. There was a mask in sight. I walk in the house. There's a mariachi band. They're beating the shit out of this.
More dance moves.
Because yeah, everyone knows the da song.
Yeah.
Is that what you were calling what he was doing? I was about to call an ambulance.
Well, no,
He's
no,
gonna
it's,
hurt himself.
it's a line I picked up from another comedian named Tom Segura. He's talking about how some comedians will add stuff to their routine, like especially like physicality to their routine because it's not very funny. They're adding dance moves to distract you from the fact that you're not making with the ha-has.
Hey, BG.
I mean, I don't know. There's some comedians that they over exaggerate their blocking is actually the term it is whenever you perform an action or pantomime on stage. It's called blocking. Some comedians that I think do blocking and it enhances their jokes. And the problem is that I think a lot of mediocre or even bad comedians see those people and want to emulate that and to disastrous effects. Because a good example of a good comedian that does that is Richard Jeni. Richard Jeni was extremely physical in a lot of his stand-up, and he was hilarious.
Wife just fell over. Don't
An example of a bad comedian who does that is Lily Singh.
That's what?
An example of a bad comedian who does that is Lily Singh.
Yeah, Lily Singh, yeah.
That's the YouTuber who became a quote-unquote comedian, right?
Yeah.
God, talk about another abortion.
Yeah, pretty much. That kind of reminded me of an old episode of MASH where I think it's BJ and Hawkeye both tell the same joke, and like half the crowd thinks it's funny coming from Hawkeye, and then the other half thinks it's funny coming from BJ. And Hawkeye gets pissed off because he's like, well, it's my I tell a joke funnier than he does. That's not even the point. Like, they're like, yeah, it's a funny joke, but he told it and it was way funnier. And it's just all how someone tells the joke. Or if it's even funny at all.
Yes.
In which this case, I don't know if anyone's left yet.
Well, I was gonna say, there's a good supercut of Amy Schumer telling jokes that Dave Attell told, and Dave Attell actually got laughs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
She also ripped off John Mulaney, like the whole Eye of the Tiger being blacked out bit.
Yep, I saw that too.
And Patrice O'Neal.
And
Patrice
Kathleen
O'Neal.
Madigan.
Kathleen Madigan, yeah, fucking I love Kathleen Madigan. She's hilarious.
Pinata, there's flaming hot Cheetos spraying over the goddamn living room. I walk in, I was my girl, Jesus Christ, quite the party. What are we celebrating? What, she into Harvard early? What's going on here? She goes, nope, just turned 15. I went, fuck yeah, that makes sense. Fuck yeah.
Even though I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Ha. Ha ha.
I literally just yawned.
Good job. Good going, Gabby. We're going to get struck now.
No, I'm just going to start yawning.
Gabby yawned. We're struck. That's it.
What? Does yawn mean something else to you guys? I'm talking about the physical action of opening your mouth.
Well, no, I just mean that because you're yawning, it's going to offend Brendan when he gets the content ID.
Yeah.
And he's going to watch and he's going to be like, oh my God. Actually, I doubt it, but...
Yeah, he'll
Hey, you
probably
know,
have to watch it.
if he actually watches this and takes anything away from it, and becomes a better comedian, good for him.
Just let us know, because we watched Joe Rogan.
I'll tell you this much, man. No dip. My whole criticism is just when shit's not funny. I'm not passing any judgment on you as a person. I'm passing judgment on you as a professional.
Yes.
I
What the hell?
am
I'll
passing
judge you
judgment
as
on
a
you as a
person.
person. Personally,
Oh, a
I
Camel
think
will.
you're not funny.
Dude, I'm stealing Sean's line. Look at that one in chat. Someone
yeah,
needs to ask him what flavor of window is his favorite and walk.
I think that's
As,
one of Monkey's
what
lines,
flavor of
isn't it?
Windex is what I usually go with.
Yellow.
Mic drop.
The other thing I love about the
Monkey, though?
What was that?
Isn't that Monkey's line though? Is the
Flavor window. It's obviously stained glass. Tastes like purple. Tastes like red. Tastes like green.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Yes.
Mexican culture is you guys stick together. You guys are so loyal to each other. You fucking have each other's back, and I love that. White people,
There
we're
are
not
like
like
two
that, are
blondes
we?
sitting right in front of you.
As soon as we turn 60,
What is with all this y'all Mexican shit?
Well, now he's gonna get critical of white people, so let's hear him out.
we're all fucking see it, Peter and Debbie, and fucking. Those are my real parent names. I told you I'm white as shit, man. Yeah, Mexicans stick together. Like, you never walk into a bar and see one Mexican hammered by themselves. No way. They're there with their amigos.
Come here to Chicago.
I was taking my family out for dinner the other night. By family, I mean...
Yes, because
Mexicans only ever get drunk in packs. This is known.
There's safety in numbers.
Like I said, just come to Chicago, man. You'll see plenty of drunk Mexicans alone at a bar.
all 15
Those
of
are
them.
obviously Nicaraguans, Quiz.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. I'm the racist there.
And we walk outside and they'll gather on my car. I drive a 2-door coupe. It makes no fucking sense. And my mother-in-law's at the trunk. I'm all, Mama, we just talked about this inside the house. Remember, you have your own car. I will text you the address. We will meet at the restaurant. She goes, no, mijo. We fit.
Clown car.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Now we're gonna get a 12 Mexicans in a car joke.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yes, we are totally getting a 12 Mexicans in a car
it's
joke.
in there.
No.
I'm calling it.
No, you don't fit. She goes, bueno, we fit. I went, please don't do this. I promise you, you do not fucking fit. Sure enough, we fit, y'all. We fucking fit, man. Yeah. Crazy, yeah. 2 of them are hanging off the spoiler. Didn't give a fuck.
What did I just say?
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Forget how I'm going to wrap up this Mexican bait going hard on my family. Oh, I know. Me and my girl, we're not doing well. That's right. We're not doing well.
How are we going to get away from this racism? Oh, yeah, I hate my wife. That's right.
Yeah. Take my wife,
Change
please.
the isms. Change the isms.
Take my wife, please. My arm. I just flew into Dallas, and boy, are my arms tired.
Dallas!
My little scoff that I gave there was not because I thought it was humorous. Like, oh well, how do I get out of this? It's the realization that he planned that, you know.
Yeah, he wrote that down. That's in his notebook of jokes. That's a transitionary joke.
Yeah, that's the scoffing, kind of chuckle. Is like you actually wrote that shit down, like blocked it out and everything.
She wanted to go to couples therapy. I'm like, all right, good luck finding one during the middle of the pandemic. She found one, man. She fucking found one. Yeah, 2-star review, but we're going. So We're driving to couples therapy. She's crying just because she ran out of Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Oh,
I have 4 or 5 references to Flaming Hot Cheetos.
what-
that would be number 4.
How many times?
I think 3 or 4. Yeah, that's right. 3.
No, it's got to be at least 4 or 5.
4.
No way that was
That
only
is
the
4.
third reference to Flaming Hot Cheetos.
That is 4. Because if you count the initial... Yeah. Yeah, it's
How much longer do we have?
7 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh, God.
I'm crying just because my life currently. And we pull up this brick building, this small brick building. I've never seen some shit like this. Small little brick building. We pull up to, and this therapist has her name plastered on the side of the goddamn building. Giant red neon letters, just fucking.
You know, like a business.
Yeah.
Zzz. It says Dr. Rodriguez. I get out, I'm like, well, it's an away game for your boy, isn't it? We did not go in there, Dallas. We did not. We're looking for Dr. Robinson, maybe Dr. Allen at this point. You feel me?
Yeah, because that's how that works.
Because Mexicans can't be therapists.
Well, they can't be objective therapists. They're going to obviously side with somebody else who's of the Hispanic persuasion.
So that's why we need to find a Robinson to cite white people.
Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't go with like Dr. Ubuntu.
I mean, BG saying there's also such a thing as blonde, blue-eyed Mexicans or redheaded, green-eyed Mexicans. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez is a thing. His first name is Saul. There are such a thing as white Mexicans. Yes, I'm aware.
Yes.
Well, home field advantage. I moved in a house recently. Moved in a new house in LA. Whenever you move in a new house, it's always weird, but it's even weirder in the middle of a pandemic. So we moved in a new house. My girl goes, Papi, I've seen the neighbors. They're pretty old. Let's play it safe. They're probably COVID conscious. Why don't you just...
No, I can see.
I do love how everything's so much different in a pandemic.
Yeah. I wonder what the routine's gonna be in like a year. Where like
it's
pandemic
be
is behind.
Like 15 minutes, all about how Mexicans still love them some flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna be shorter than this. There's no way he's gonna pull another full hour.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even pull an hour. This is only 30 minutes.
His first one was an hour. This one is like 25. The next one's going to be like a soft 15, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Willing to
He's
bet.
going to get like Night at the Improv.
Yeah.
Johnny, I take back my thing about forgiving you already.
His whole routine is going to be like, shot on 3 different iPhones.
Yeah.
In portrait mode, of course, not even landscape. He's going to get the Night at the Apollo hook at the end.
It's just going to be like...
It'll be a comedy of errors.
It's all be TikTok. It'll have those TikTok jump cuts and...
Yeah, a solid 5 minutes on TikTok.
Just go over and introduce yourself, right? I'll bake some Mexican cookies, and you go over there. I'm like, what the fuck's a Mexican cookie? What are you talking about? It's like a chocolate chip with salsa all over it? What are you talking about? I'm like, that's a terrible idea. I'll take it. I'll figure it out.
Yes, Mexicans can't make cookies without salsa.
Obviously, dude's never had a dessert empanada. Those things are fucking delicious.
I mean, he was talking about how she was cooking Mexican shit every night. Like
he's never had a Mexican cookie before.
In 7 years, Brennan?
You're right.
Really?
In 7 years.
No desserts in 7 years. Just straight beans and rice. That's all you've been getting?
7 years, 7 days a week.
No. It was beans and cheese.
Oh, I was throwing rice in there just because.
Yeah.
Man, I'll eat your rice. Jesus Christ.
So first night in the new house, everything's all good, man. Everything all good. Kids fall asleep, girl falls asleep, I fall asleep, all good. 3 a.m. on the dot, I'm woken up to, I'm like, what the fuck is howling outside? Whatever. Next day, I install the security stuff, cameras, the Ring stuff, all that stuff, the doorbell, all the Ring.
Ring stuff.
Ring stuff.
All that Ring stuff.
See, if it were
He got the
me,
Ring stuff.
if it were me making a joke about the Ring, I'd say like, man, I installed the Ring stuff, and then I got a phone call and said 7 days.
Mm.
Right?
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Solid joke too. Yeah.
Security stuff, all good. Fall asleep that night. Kids asleep, girls asleep, I fall asleep. 3 a.m. on the goddamn dot. I'm woken up again. I'm like, there's a goddamn gargoyle outside my window, dude.
Now,
I've seen that TV show. I never once heard the gargoyles growl. They talked like people.
Are you talking about the kids' TV show or
Yeah.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I was talking about the TV show.
wow.
Well, you don't think a Bert makes a good transition?
I was just wondering why you would disrespect Jonathan Frakes and company like that. Goddamn.
We see how it is.
What I know about
needless to
this
say, she wasn't fooled.
Ring app, you download the app, there's an entire community of people just snitching on each other. It's like Tekashi 69 made this app. It's fantastic.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
It's also already dated though too.
It is already dated, yes, but that's also kind of funny.
Because what was that, like?
Tekashi
Was that 2018,
69.
2019?
Yeah.
Give or
It
take.
was 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's pulling like 2-year-old references, and that's like fresh for him.
Yeah. Kind of. The burp got more laughs than the special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Listen, dude. I scroll that app for hours looking for real crime. I'm like, come on, dude. Somebody fucking kill somebody, for God's sakes. You know what?
Because I live in a really good neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
First 48 I watch, I'm like, we got 48 hours, bro. Let's get going here, man. What I didn't know is you can narrow it down to your hood. You can narrow it down right to your neighborhood. It's dope. You can narrow it right down. So I'm like, ooh, let's see what's popping in this new neighborhood of mine. 2 doors down, Jerry goes, hey, man, this mountain lion ate my goddamn dogs. Somebody needs to do something. Jesus Christ. I'm like,
Yeah, mountain lions don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Jerry,
Mountain lions
they
also
call
sound
it
like
fucking animal control, man.
yeah. Mountain lions also sound like fucking screaming lady, not like "Row," like he was doing. But yeah, so that number one again never happened. Someone's already reported a mountain lion. They've already called animal control.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much the only thing they can do is, hey, stay inside.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
they say don't let your animals out. Stay inside.
It's like I laugh when people are saying like, oh yeah, I was just sitting there and a hawk swooped down and grabbed my cat. Yeah, they would do that. Say goodbye to your cat.
Yep.
Like, it sucks, but nature. Like,
Yep.
that bird's not gonna give a fuck.
that is not good. Diane, right next door to me, goes, yeah, I used to be the fucking cat lady. Not anymore. That mountain lion ripped my goddamn cat's head off and ate all of them. My kids saw it from the window. We can't sleep at night. Somebody needs to do something. Like, this is not good.
And now it's time for Alpha Man.
Then
Okay,
David,
no
right-
wait. I can see this joke coming. He's gonna Alpha Man and then the punchline twist is he's a pussy.
Oh, if he
Next
makes a
door.
joke about instead of king of the jungle, like king of the mountains, I'm gonna walk away.
Or to me, David goes, yeah, the same mountain lion stole my Amazon package. I'm all, all right, dude. But that gives me the idea. I'm like, ooh, I know how I'm going to introduce myself to the new neighbors. I'm going to take care of this little kitty prom for them. That's what I'm going to do.
Here it comes.
Yeah, little kitty. Like, he's definitely not expecting mountain lion. He's clearly never seen one before.
Well, no, I would say the setup for the joke is I'm a big badass. I'm gonna take care of the mountain lion, and then the punchline is I'm a big pussy. That's the joke. That I'm calling it right now. That's the joke.
This is going to be easy work. But I need to buy a gun. I need to go buy a gun. Listen, Dallas, I've never owned a gun, never shot a gun, played Call of Duty twice. I'll figure it out.
Not in California.
He plays
anymore.
video games and he still doesn't get any brownie points with me.
Well, and it's the... This is where, like, I mean, if you want to go, I understand it's a comedy show, but if you're gonna make, I don't know, it's with the whole, especially in California, you're not just gonna go get a gun.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna
could
apply to
suspend
get the
my
gun.
disbelief for the joke
Yeah,
if he were better at delivering it.
yeah.
Maybe.
I'll say this is all made up. All of this
Yeah,
is made
of
up.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even he could even if he wanted to, or thought of it, he could even turn that into part of the joke.
Mm-hmm.
At least give himself, an extra 2 minutes of content. Thinking of it like a video. Like 2 minutes of added humor, where he could just be like, he would, make some sort of generalization about getting the type of gun that he wants to get. Something. What do I know? I'm just a moron.
Yeah, like I said, I've already called the joke. You know what it's gonna be.
Yep. Let's see here.
So I go into my local LA gun store. Again, I've never bought a gun. I got so hustled in there. I got so bamboozled, dude. Listen, I've never shot a gun. I walked out with an AR-15.
Sure you did.
Okay. Well, no, he didn't go in there and walk out with a gun. Yeah, that's not the way it worked.
Of course.
Well, it's Texas.
the-
Is there a waiting period like they have in California?
Of course there is. There's at least a 3-day waiting period, maybe even longer. Some places, it can be as little as 3 days. Otherwise, it's usually 2 weeks. It's called the cool-off period because they don't want people going and getting like in a fight with their wife, going out to a gun store, buying a gun, taking it home, and shooting their wife. It's called the cool-off period. It's legal period, legal federal gun law.
Cough, cough.
Yes.
Like the red laser thing on top of it. I walked out with the Zero Dark 30 Navy SEAL night vision helmet. What? I was like, dude, 19 grand for all this? Hell yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, it's a steal, bro. No, I'll wear it out. No, I can see everything, dude. That cat's fucked, bro. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. No.
Again, calling it. I'm a badass, and then when it all comes down to it, I'm a big pussy.
Yeah,
And I call animal control.
There's really nothing to like add here.
Yep.
This
is the banana period.
Let you know, man. Yeah, thank you, dude. Killer deal. So I get home. I'm never owned a gun. I'm hyped up. I'm loading the gun. I got my fucking night vision on. I'm like, this shit is fucking dope, dude.
Oh, look,
in my head, I'm
Snake
like,
Hook
right,
again.
this is how I'm envisioning
yeah.
this, right? That cat shows up at 3 a.m. every night, right? So I'll be sleeping. It's 3 a.m. It's late. I'll be
Dancing and
sleeping, right?
dancing.
I'm here, wow. I'm gonna fucking pop out of bed, right? I'm gonna fucking.
It's very, like, it was
Very mid 2000s Dane Cook, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
It was moderately tolerable then. It's just not there now.
No. Aha, there you go, Kyler. Yeah, that would have been a good addition. So I only have 9 toes now line. Yeah, like he accidentally, negligent discharge, blew off a toe. Yeah, that'd be funny.
And then I always have my Uggs bedside, right? My Uggs will be right there.
Oh, there it is. There's the start. Uggs. A dude with Uggs.
What the fuck are Uggs?
Uggs are girl boots. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
I've only ever heard of them.
Gabby, what are Uggs?
They're boots.
Come on. I know you know more than that.
And how many pairs do you have?
None right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, they're like zip up. They've got like fur lining on the inside.
No, you don't have to zip anything. You just literally pop them on your feet.
Oh, really? Okay. I
Yeah.
thought they had like zippers on the sides. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Maybe some do. I don't know. The most common ones, you just literally slip them on and off.
I
They
think
say
I know what
that-
you're talking about now. Okay.
Uggs are like the ubiquitous hoe boot, like Tim's are for thugs.
Okay, yep.
Have any of you guys seen the TV show The Ranch
No.
with
No.
Ashton Kutcher?
Nope.
No.
Oh, you guys need to check that out. It's really good. There's a good bit in there about Uggs.
My
Okay.
only draw to that show was Sam Elliott, and everything else was a drawback.
Is that the older gentleman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays the dad. He's awesome. He's such an asshole.
Sam Elliott's great.
Speaking of assholes, hi Della.
How convenient. I walked in. Oh, man.
Sam is the man.
Be cool. Tom Brady wears Uggs, so I slide my.
Yeah, that's an endorsement.
Tom Brady's also married to a supermodel.
Tom Brady gets dressed by his supermodel wife.
Yeah. Not a ringing endorsement, Brennan.
Uggs on, right? I'll have my Air 15 like this. I have my Zero Dark 30 night vision like this. My big dick's right there still. So I'm like, I don't know why I threw that in, but be cool. So I'm fucking.
Yeah, we know why you
She's
threw
so
that
offended. So I'm here, right? So I'm hearing that cat's. I'm like, round, like enough's enough, dude. I'm gonna slide that sliding door open, like.
With the most flamboyant slide open of a window that you would ever have.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not gay.
Mm-hmm.
He jumps out.
It's called metrosexual. It's called
He was.
metrosexual.
He
One of his
jumps.
first jokes, he wanted to be gay.
Well, it's like I said, it's called metrosexual. Why else does a guy have Uggs?
I
he's
can't argue
gay.
with that.
His ring is his ring when someone rings his doorbell is it's raining men.
What's his cell phone ringtone? I don't want to know. Never mind.
Diamonds and Pearls by
YMCA.
Prince.
I wonder what's inside your butthole.
I said what in the butt? I said what?
What in the butt?
Butters or the original? Which version would he have?
I said
Oh, that's a good question.
in the butt. I said what in the butt?
Hey guys. All right.
And every video I've ever seen, like online, those mountain lions have like those soft, wet black nose.
So he knows kind of what he's getting into. Kind of.
Yeah.
Internet research.
He thinks he has an idea.
Yeah.
This, I'm gonna punt him right in that goddamn nose, fucking, and then
That's not how AR-15s work. They're not an automatic weapon.
Oh my god.
That's not how mountain lions work. You're not just gonna like 300 kick this thing in the snout.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, and then is followed by the mauling of you.
Yep.
You're gonna lose, the toes on your foot. Probably gonna slice an Achilles, so you're just flopping around like a fish.
Ooh.
I'm looking at my ring camera and go, World Star! Your boy's gonna go viral. It's gonna be lit as fuck. I can't wait, man.
No, you're not.
So next night, right?
Father's Day, he changed his perspective of how he's telling the story of like in the past, and then like like it's gonna be like no, sir. Choose your tense and stick with it.
Yep.
I'm pacing back and forth. My girl's like, go to bed. I'm all, shut up, bitch. I'm fucking here. Again, I got my Ugg boots on. I got my AR-15. I got my Zero Dark 30 night vision on, right? Still got the big dick. Sorry. I'm fucking here.
How much Dane Cook do we got to call back on?
It's plenty. I mean, he's pacing back and forth like Dane Cook. He's got the physical comedy like Dane Cook. Yeah. We still haven't gotten the thigh slap, though. We got 2 thigh slaps. That was all we got. So at least we got that.
Well, we still got a minute and a half to go, so.
Yeah, true.
So I'm here. I'm looking at the clock.
This is the finale joke, guys.
God, this cat shows up, bro. It's 2:50 now. I'm like, last day on earth for you, kitty. 3 a.m. hits. I hear, wow. I'm all, showtime. I slide that glass door open. I'm all, yeah. Here's the thing, Dallas.
And here it comes.
Here it goes. Here it comes. I'm a big pussy.
You were saying, Gabby?
No, I'm just sighing.
Here it comes.
I've never seen a mountain lion in person before.
What did I say?
In my head, I was thinking like a small type of bobcat type of thing, right? Like, the gun's a little extreme. Probably don't need the Navy SEAL night vision, dude. Like,
even a bobcat would be...
even a bobcat, dude. It's,
Yeah.
The bobcat's the size of like a medium-sized dog.
Granted, the temperament's a lot different in a bobcat than a mountain lion, but yeah.
Yes.
You can probably grab it by the scruff of the neck and be like, enough's enough, kitty. Wow. Wow.
No.
Well, no, dumbass. It's a line of the mountains, dude. It's fucking... This thing was Mufasa. Fucking... It's like...
I hope someone picks up that phone.
And I say we're both right. We're both right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's almost like his jokes are predictable.
Joe Rogan's trash. This thing is fucking...
And look at that. Another
Joe Rogan name drop.
The
2 biggest laughs of this special so far have been him talking about somebody else's cocaine problem and referencing somebody else taking steroids.
Mm-hmm.
His life makes me sad.
Oh, I panicked. Dude, I panicked. I went, oh, shit! And I slammed the door. Dude, I threw my AR-15 like this. I fucking threw my night vision. I'm not even left-handed. I was like, oh, my God.
He threw all that shit at the door? Why?
Still got my Ugg boots. Still got the big dick. Not a big deal. Sorry.
I called this joke. I called it. I'm a big badass. I'm gonna take down a thing, and then the punchline is I'm a big pussy. Saw it coming from a mile away.
I got on that Ring app the next morning. I went, yo, we got a mountain lion problem, y'all. Dallas, that's my time. I love you guys.
That is the weakest closing bit I have seen ever.
Like I said, that was the finale joke, and it was predictable as fuck.
Like
Thing
we
is,
got
your
a
pussy-
mountain lion problem. That was the last line before
Mhm.
I'm out of here. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, your pussy joke would have been funnier than his because they could have done the whole. The mountain lion wasn't the only big pussy in this situation.
Yeah, right. So you could have spun that into something funny, but he didn't.
He could be a lot funnier.
Yeah, workshop your jokes, man. You already did it with one of them that was kind of funny.
I haven't seen his first special yet, but I'm fairly confident that it's probably not going to be any better than this.
Should we save that for the
probably
next
could be
round?
Oh, not an hour. No.
Round 2, electric boogaloo.
I already asked Johnny how much longer we had.
Well, like I said, we changed the format up for this one because this was on YouTube, so like no paywall or anything like that to
Sure.
watch it. His
Can I
first
request
special
we
was
go
on
back to the old
Showtime.
format?
What
What?
was that? What was that, Terry?
Can I request we go back to the old format? I'd much prefer just watching the whole thing in one go and then talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, for
Rather
the
than watching
audience,
5
they
seconds at a time.
exactly what we're talking about, though.
Yeah. So long as like, it would probably be a better one. It'd probably be look for a shorter bit, not like a whole special, like a half-hour special. Look for like a 15-minute bit.
Yeah.
The problem is that, like, big name comedians. Is this guy a big name? I don't really know.
I think so. I've never heard of
He's
him.
a Joe Rogan hanger-on.
Oh, okay. He's a coattail rider.
Well, again, like he was a UFC fighter. He was a
Mhm.
middling heavyweight.
Mhm.
I think he ended up with a record of it was like 5 wins, 5 losses, or 10 wins, 10 losses, something like that.
Oh, he's in UFC longer than Bork Laser. Got it. Okay.
What is it with you and Brock Lesnar?
I don't know. I just think it's funny. It's awful.
But yes, well, Bork Laser actually won the championship, whereas
True,
Brennan did
true.
not. So he also took less punches to the head than Brennan.
Yeah, probably.
But
Does Brock Lesnar have a stand-up special that we need to watch?
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
that I would watch that. Yeah.
He doesn't talk in WWF for a reason. I would love to see him do a stand-up special.
When he does, it's just like, I am high school football captain.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it would be hilarious if he actually was like really well spoken, and he
Yeah, right? And it's just an act. Oh my god, that would be awesome.
About him cracking jokes about him trying out for the NFL, and
Yeah,
When
right? Like he's got plenty of material.
What do you do in your off time? Oh, I leisure through the Lord of the Rings trilogy, original Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't partake in the.
what's that book that everyone's been referencing here lately with the Rings of Power? Some of that
Cimmerillion.
that one, yeah.
Yes.
And you see Brock just like thumbing through that in like one of those like smoking chairs or whatever.
Yeah,
with,
well,
like,
in a smoking jacket.
the
and like a
tweed
big
polygraph
jacket.
smoking jacket.
with the patches and
Yeah,
Oh,
the old-
lighting a pipe with matches. Yes.
yeah.
I think it'd be good if he's kind of like Frasier. He's talking about all like these operas and like all this highbrow stuff that like most people just have no idea what he's talking about.
Hey, Cynic.
I hope no one here is hate watching the Rings of Power. Like, we're not giving those fuckers any money.
Oh no, I'm not.
The only thing even close to J.R.R. Tolkien that I've had any exposure to is the Lord of the Cock Rings that was on Skinamax when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So,
There you go.
yeah.
I read The Hobbit as a kid. I tried to read The Lord of the Rings and I hated it. So when the movies came out, I was like, well, I didn't like the books, so why would I watch the movie?
The movies are much better than the books. I'm just going to come right out and say it. Tolkien, God love him for, being a pioneer for fantasy fiction and stuff, but he is such a dry writer. It's not he's not a good narrative writer. Like the
I
thing about
really
it is,
enjoyed The Hobbit, though. That was a good book.
well, like Lord of the Rings, the main problem with Lord of the Rings is that it's written like a war journal. It's not written like an actual narrative would be written, and it suffers for it.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
because of
I
that, I
got
said there's
bored very quickly.
It's kind of
and
how I
just, like,
felt about World
Yeah.
War Z.
oh, World War Z. Yeah, no, the movie is absolute garbage, but the book is fantastic.
Well, when I started reading it, it was like, or no, there's a not wasn't World War Z that I was reading. It was the zombie survival guide that he did.
Oh, okay,
after
Max.
World War Z.
Yeah.
So I started getting, and like, yeah, that was actually written like it was supposed to be like a handbook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And World War Z, if for those who don't know, like the shitty Brad Pitt movie is not indicative of what the book is like at all. The book is fantastic. The book shows like it's a zombie apocalypse scenario, but it's a whole bunch of small vignettes and like short stories told through a whole bunch of people's differing perspectives on the zombie apocalypse, and it's really, really good. It's way better than zombie fiction, deserves to be.
Oh, hey Johnny, since we're
Yeah.
doing the comedy stream today, we've got an update on something in the comedy world.
Oh,
I remember talking about Tiffany Haddish and Arie Spears.
Oh, yes.
Well, apparently Tiffany Haddish is speaking out.
Well, good. What she got?
Well, from CNN Entertainment, Tiffany Haddish says she deeply regrets performing in a skit years ago that led her and fellow comedic actor Arie Spears being accused of child sex abuse. I know people that have a bunch of questions. I get it. Haddish wrote in a statement posted on her verified Instagram account on Monday. I'm right there with you, she continued. Unfortunately, because there is an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. Haddish and Spears have been accused of having groomed and molested two then minor siblings, according to a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court last week. I thought it was interesting that right after Arie Spears was talking shit on Lizzo, this dropped.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't heard about Arie Spears in years. It's just kind of one of those things like, oh, you pop up in the collective consciousness, and then guess what?
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Me
Arie
either.
Spears is from Mad TV.
Okay, that's the it's gonna sound bad saying it, but the token black guy.
Yep.
Well, there was him and Phil Lamar.
Okay, Phil Lamar. Yeah, I know Phil Lamar.
And
Yeah,
Orlando
he
Jones.
was the fat black dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Tiffany Haddish, she's a stand-up. I think she was in that Yearly Departed that we did. She was one of the ones.
Speaking of,
I think at the beginning. I haven't seen any of her specials. I think she's also done some TV, but nothing I've seen. I've not seen her in anything except for Yearly Departed. And
Well, I'll say I went and I looked up Tiffany Haddish and stuff. This is from Yahoo Entertainment. Tiffany Haddish responds to child sexual abuse lawsuit. I deeply regret acting in, quote, through a pedophile's eyes, quote, unquote, sketch. What was the sketch?
It was something that they put up on Funny or Die.
Oh.
Apparently it was user-generated content. Like, this was not something that was sponsored by Funny or Die. They didn't put any money towards the production of it or anything.
Okay.
And when they found out that it was on the website, they took it down immediately in disgust. So
What did she say? Here's what she said on Twitter. I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because it was an ongoing legal case. Oh yeah, this is one you just said. It wasn't funny at all, and I deeply regret from having to agreed to act in it.
Let's see. Jane Doe and John Doe, their names are withheld to protect their privacy, were 14 and 7, respectively, when they alleged that Haddish and Spears had them participate in sexually suggestive videos in separate incidences in 2013 and 2014, according to the complaint, a copy of which was obtained by CNN. he isn't going to fall for any shakedown. That's a quote from Deborah Arie, an attorney for Spears, said in a statement to CNN. An attorney for Haddish told CNN that the plaintiff's mother had been trying to assert these bogus claims against Miss Haddish for several years. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Miss Haddish would not be shaken down, the statement read, adding that the mother has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. So, on the one hand, you're like, yeah, I'm sorry I did that, and on the other hand, it's like, this is a shakedown!
Well, I mean, yeah, it's harkening back to all of the shit that went down with, what's his name? Michael Jackson. Were those legitimate claims of child abuse, or, was it a shakedown? I don't know.
Well, I mean, with the Michael Jackson ones, it depends on who, the accusers that you listen to, like, their stories doesn't always line up. Like, we don't have any details, really, about this one other than these were filmed for at least 2 skit videos, one of which was on Funny or Die and got pulled. I don't know about the other one.
I saw the thing. It was 2018. They pulled the Funny or Die one, and it was because the Daily Beast had responded to it saying it was absolutely disgusting. I say, I don't know. I've not seen it. I don't know how much of a joke it is or how uncomfortable it is. I don't really. Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and go out of my way to find pedophile jokes. I'm not going to say that they can't be funny, because they sometimes can, but at the same time, know your audience. It's not something that you just want to put out on the internet. People are going to look at that kind of dubiously with good reason.
Well, I mean, we've made jokes about pedophilia on Quippers, like, and it's one of those things, know your audience. People who watch Quippers know what they're getting into. They're not going to be ambushed by off-color content.
Yeah.
It's all about the off-color content over there.
I wouldn't make the same jokes on Minions, because that's a totally different setting.
Exactly.
Speaking of, it's pretty close for you to get started over there.
Got about an hour left. I gotta figure out something to eat, though, because I've not eaten all day.
Oh, is Quipper streaming tonight?
No, Quiz is hosting Minions.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm hosting Minions.
Yeah, Quippers was last night.
Gotcha.
But in the realm of bad stand-up comedy that we've watched, Johnny, where would you put this one?
Yeah, we'll start with you guys for.
We do have comments if you want to read the. This was on YouTube. There are YouTube comments, folks.
We can get to that. Let's see here. Richard Pyre has been real quiet ever since this dropped.
Carlin, Hicks, O'Neill, Schaub, the Mount Rushmore of comedic social commentary. Just when you think you know the answers, they change the questions.
He's not my favorite comedian, but he's definitely in my top 300. Do you think the audience knows they're in Dallas?
Are we there yet?
Okay, see, these are funny. This should have been the comedy special.
My favorite part was when he talked about food.
I like how he just walked out of the gun store with an AR-15. They just waived the waiting period because he's a famous celebrity.
Yeah.
Because he's such a famous celebrity, yeah.
See, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. You have the cooldown period. That is a real thing. That is federal law. So whenever anyone, any of the anti-gun lobby like to sit there and say, well, you can just go in and get a gun. No, you can't. You are telling lies.
So if I eat Rogan's
doesn't matter
trash,
where
will I
you
get
live.
his powers? So if I eat Rogan's trash, will I get his powers?
Yes.
You'll get something.
Hold on, wait. I gotta find my favorite Joe Rogan image, and I'll send it to you, Johnny.
Oh, there's one. Bless his heart.
Get it? They're from the South.
That's like the nice Southern way of saying you're retarded, aren't you?
LA is North Korea with the beach. Isn't North Korea bordered by the sea on both sides? Yes.
No one accused Chop of being a genius.
One day, scientists eons from now will dig up some old recoverable YouTube servers and restore this clip showing the world what the 21st century stand-up comedy was.
God, I hope not.
I say speaking of Joe Rogan here. Here you go, Johnny. I'm just gonna put it in your general. Enjoy. It's one of my favorites I found here recently.
I have to go a long way around.
Green Badger says there's no federal cooldown period. There's only state ones.
Oh, is there? Okay, I thought there was a federal cooldown period.
Well, I mean, I would imagine like it would be easier to get a gun in Texas than in California.
Yeah.
Definitely. In New York,
well, it's
also.
I'm not going to say I walked out with both of my guns, but yeah. I did.
Literally been here 2 minutes and I love the easy vibe. Well, thank you, Stewie. But you should have been here earlier because it wasn't as easy. It was.
You missed the ocean a while back.
okay. Yeah, California 10-day cooldown period.
Yeah.
Ninth Circuit upheld California's 10-day cooldown period for gun purchasers last week. Under that law, all purchasers must wait for their guns, even if they have previously purchased the firearm and have cleared the background check under 10 days. Even then, a 10-day waiting period is not a violation of the buyer's Second Amendment rights. The court explained, since requiring a waiting period is a, quote, reasonable and safety precaution for all purchasers of firearms, the court ruled.
I'm not even sure what the laws are in Oklahoma, but I'm willing to bet you it's better than California. So
Yeah.
I'll stay here.
I'd say here in Illinois, I
Trejo's
believe we have a
Tacos
2
isn't
period.
worth all that nonsense, and that's
Yeah.
the only reason why I could see myself going to California.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
bad.
right.
I laughed.
That's right, Gabby. Your whole state.
Illinois has a 3-day cooldown period. It's 72 hours.
In your whole state, Gabby, the only thing I would go to there for is Trejo's Tacos.
I don't blame
Well,
you.
Danny Trejo, man. Fuck yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
He's a good guy.
This guy. You did it, Brendan.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is definitely the shortest one we've done. You know,
Which is a plus.
yes, it was, because I can't imagine sitting there listening to that for another 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I gotta say, I mean, we've had plenty of the other specials where, like this, didn't laugh at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having a hard time deciding which is worse, you know?
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah, so you want my breakdown of it in a single word?
Shoot.
Dallas.
Forgettable.
Fair.
I thought your word was going to be Dallas.
But it could be memorable
Yeah.
and make the Hannah Gatsby
Dallas.
memorable.
I say it's not good enough to remember for being good. It's not bad enough to be remembered as being bad. His jokes were dumb and predictable.
He's
It's
still
not-
funny with Full Arbor.
Yeah. I say there's other people that are funny for being bad at being comedians, and other ones that are just bad at being comedians. All of those people are memorable. This dude is just forgettable.
Yep.
That's 3 words, Tier. That's just an abbreviation.
Unless he means the word is woof.
Oof.
What the fuck is WTF?
I get it.
Yeah,
He made it funny.
So
I did.
How would you guys rate this?
On what scale are we using?
Don't we generally we were generally going like 5 stars, right?
Uh,
Johnny,
I don't know. I
like scale of 1 to 5.
If we normally do 10, this show was like super short. Let's go with 5.
I just leave it up to however you guys want to rate it.
I mean, either way, I'd be giving this a 1 star. You know, it wasn't even a full half hour for the special. Like Quiz said, you know, the dumb, predictable jokes that you could see the punchline a mile away. A lot of dance moves, trying to dress it up and stall for time. You know, trying to run out the clock. You could tell he was trying to stretch that set.
Well, and the pacing.
I'm not surprised he's on YouTube.
I think the funniest part for me was like how dejected he sounded when he got on that ring after we got a mountain lion problem. And that's my time, Dallas. You know, like he did not sound, like he was having a good time. He's like, yeah, all right, let's just go ahead and cut bait and get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not getting any better. At least he was self-aware.
Yeah. That's probably the only thing that would really, kind of make me laugh is the idea that, maybe he was planning a full hour and he just started reading the room. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to make 55.
I'm not making this.
Yeah.
I mean, he even mentions that they were, filming for a special. You would think that when you're filming for a special, you're going to pull out your A-grade material.
I also wonder, like, how many recordings did they do? Because I didn't notice a whole lot of. Maybe that's like.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if he did this like a tour and that was the best one?
Oof.
Yeah, they had like multiple.
The only saving grace I will give him is that this had to have been shot in like 2021. So he had that year of lockdown in California where he wasn't performing at the Laugh Factory or the Comedy Cellar or anything like that.
Yeah,
that's the only saving grace I can give him. Is like he had a year of being off the road, not doing comedy. It still sucks either way.
Yeah. At best, he's a 15-minute comic for Night at the Improv.
Yeah, I would give it a rating of 5 concussions out of 1.
Yeah, I don't see Brennan doing stand up in 10 years. I think he's gonna have trouble tying his shoes by then.
I hope his wife has a good job.
Or they win the lottery.
What about you, Terry? What would you rate this as compared to what we've seen before?
I mean, it was mostly just boring. It did drop from boring to actively annoying at parts. Like how much he overused the "my dick is still big" joke was just shut up.
Yeah,
four times in the finale.
That was the equivalent of like Amy Schumer talking about her pussy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't funny the first time, and it was way overused as a joke. So, I'd say either.
Well, and it was so out of place.
3 out of 10, 1.5 out of 5, however you want to do it.
It was.
So Terry's a little more generous than me.
It was extremely out of place. Like he just did it for reaction, and just for one person.
Well, I think I'll say if you breaking down the joke, the joke is the juxtaposition of Ugg boots, big dick.
Yeah.
Girly boots, huge dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the joke, and it's not funny.
No, that's my point.
Well, especially when you're talking about hunting a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, when is it ever funny a dude talking about how big his dick is?
Never.
Usually it's the opposite. You know, some dude making self-deprecating jokes about how small his junk is, not
Yes.
the other way around.
Like, one of my absolute favorite jokes of all time is, she told me to give her 9 inches and to make it hurt, so I fucked her 3 times and punched her in the face.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones, like, you know, when I was in like high school and whatnot, like, oh yeah, I'm hung like a horse. Fly. You know, just like, kind of pause.
Well, and then I think it was Gene Simmons. He was talking about his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And they're thinking, oh, well, if your tongue's that big, how's your penis? And he's like, I'm hung like a killer moth.
Dankula makes jokes about how small his dick is all the time.
No, he does. He compares it to a Pringle can.
No, he's got the world's largest micro penis, Gabby. You gotta get the program.
No, he had a bit about it being a Pringles can. I swear to God.
That was the old shit. You gotta get on the new shit.
Someone accused him of having a small dick, and he was like, "Well, my wife loves my small dick," kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, he's been actively rejecting the big PP propaganda for a while now, Gabby.
Well, excuse me, all to hell.
I have not paid attention to Dankula's penis, so I'll leave that up to the pros on that one.
I mean, there are pictures of it out there if you want to look it up, Johnny. I mean,
Just type in Nicki Minaj on Twitter and you'll find it.
Oh yeah. Fun.
Oh, I remember how he got all the Nicki Minaj fans to retweet his balls. Like, dude, the game, they lost it.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, that guy, he wins the internet quite a bit.
I still think Justice Dankula was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
He pretended he was one of the Supreme Court justices
Cheers
who
with me
overturned
on
Roe v.
that
Wade.
one.
Yeah, just Dankula was pubs open, legs closed.
Ah, good lord.
We've laughed more at just going down memory lane with Dankula's Twitter bits than we did
Yeah.
Brendan.
Yeah.
It's because we're
Dankula's
funny.
See, we're getting more laughs talking about Dankula's dick than we are talking about Brendan Schaub's dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, man, the worst thing that you can be when it comes to being a comedian, especially when your livelihood is depending on your personality, is to be bland, boring, and forgettable. And that's exactly what I found this at.
But he was still able to get up there and like film a special. It's like, how?
I know, right? Yeah, name recognition probably. He was friends with Joe Rogan.
Here's
Blah, 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 blah,
how,
blah.
Gabby.
He's a coattail writer.
Well,
He started off doing UFC. He got a little bit of a following from that. Then he started doing podcasting with Brian Callen, who's also from Mad TV. Circling back to
I
Arie's
remember
Spears.
that now. Now that you've said that, I do remember that.
Yeah, so he got started doing podcasting with Brian Callen, and then he started doing some podcasts with Rogan. Once Rogan really started popping off,
well, like when the fight
companions.
yeah.
Well, Rogan did that whole podcast where he was talking Brendan out of fighting anymore before they started doing the fight companions. And then, so he leaves the UFC. He, focuses on the podcasting. He starts doing like open mics and whatnot because, comedians told him he was funny, which that's got to be the cruelest fucking joke they've ever told in their lives. Yeah, man, hop up on stage. You're hilarious. You'll kill. But,
And is this sort of like guy where maybe he told one joke that landed and then thought he could make a career out of it?
no, it's the same thing that, like Joe Rogan tells everyone who ever comes on his podcast that they should start a podcast. He probably told Brennan, oh yeah, man, you're really funny. You should do comedy. I've seen him tell a few of his friends that have been on the podcast, like, "Oh yeah, man, you should go up and do a set." So,
Well, I think what Rogan's really trying to do is say, hey, you should go up and do a set, and then he looks awesome by comparison for his stand-up comedy. I don't know.
it's not like he had. Oh, go ahead, Terry.
I still think of Joe Rogan as the guy from News Radio.
Yep.
I think for people my age, it's always like the Fear Factor guy.
Yeah, Fear Factor.
Never saw it.
You didn't miss much.
It's like a reality show kind of where they just get people to go up and do like weird, crazy physical challenges that would freak them the fuck out, like put their head in a box full of spiders or something.
Just watch the Dave Chappelle clip and you'll get the gist of it.
Because he actually had Joe Rogan on that there too.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Joe Rogan was a stand-up comic too. So
yeah. He started doing stand-up comedy before he got news radio. And then was it like 1998 he started doing UFC commentary. But no, after Schaub had that whole sit down with Rogan, he kept doing the podcast and he started doing like open mics and touring eventually. But yeah, I mean he's making his money from like Showtime with podcasting and whatnot. He's not making it from stand up.
I thought Shady,
I
was
just
yelling
had a
for
revelation.
Dallas.
I just had a revelation. Brandon Schaub has caused more physical pain with his comedy than his fighting.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't wrong.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
And it comes full circle. But
that is very true, Tier. He says, "I am not against people trying to do things, but a man's got to know his limits."
Yes.
Yes.
And
see, that's the thing is like again, he could work on his comedic timing. He could work on his like the actual physicality of his stuff. Maybe tone back the blocking, and then just work on telling the jokes. Not have such a long setup. Cram as many. You could just rapid fire jokes, and it would be way better than like having these ridiculously long setups for a predictably dumb punchline.
And stop.
I think it is more like actually killing the mountain lion.
Here's the problem, Quiz. His joke telling is like his fighting style. There's a lot of fat on those punches.
I'm just saying, he could work on it. He could workshop it with other comedians who actually are good at their craft. And I think he could be a mediocre to good comic. He could be.
He could be a mediocre road hack. That's the best I could see him being.
I'll see him on an open mic night.
Yeah, an open mic night is probably, perfect place for him.
Oh, God, Tier. Now I just imagine him doing like a Chris Rock impression.
Oh, God.
Oh, I just hear like Chris Rock's delivery and see like Brennan's face moving. No.
Could you imagine him getting slapped by Will Smith though?
Yes.
I would pay to see that.
I mean, I'd like it.
I mean, yeah, I probably could. I could see him getting bitch slapped by Will Smith.
Again,
his wife's name out of his fucking mouth.
I agree. He could work on it and be better at it. I don't think that he's necessarily.
He's not a lost cause.
Yeah, someone to completely write off. It's completely different than like say that one Australian comedian I say with massive sarcasm quotes who just sits there and talks about like I was sexually assaulted and that's the joke. Apparently, that's comedy.
National treasure.
Yeah, she's right.
I think that's proof that there is no gold behind our money. If she is a national treasure for you guys.
Hannah Gadsby is national treasure. She's right there on the Australian Mount Rushmore with Steve Irwin and Paul Hogan.
Oh yeah.
And Yahoo Serious.
Anybody else famous from Australia that?
Yahoo Serious. Johnny just
Yahoo Serious.
What?
You never seen You ever seen Young
I say-
Einstein?
Oh God, what, Randy is his name?
Am I going
The
deaf or
puppet
something?
comedian.
Like, it sounds like you guys are cutting out right when you're saying whatever it is you're saying.
Oh, Yahoo Serious. Have you ever heard of Yahoo Serious? Camel?
No.
All right,
Missing out. Go watch Young Einstein.
it's going on the list.
Young Einstein is already on the list.
Oh, it is on the list? Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
about to work on
who's
it?
the one stand-up comic that's does everything through puppets? Randy. The
No,
one I know is
I know who you're talking about.
Randy buys a
Um,
bookshelf from Gumtree. Is the one video that I know, like immediately offhand.
Oh, fudge.
He's
what is
he's
it?
an actually good Australian stand-up comic.
Oh. I'm not sure
I don't
about
know who it is.
Australian, but
Dunham, Jeffrey Dunham, I think.
No.
Jeff
I'm
Dunham's
talking
there.
about Australian. Yeah,
Australian.
Feltface. Yeah, was it Randy Feltface? Was his name? Is that?
Oh, okay. The only
I
puppet
don't know
comic
the
I know of
name.
is Jeff Dunham. So
Yeah.
Well, no, like Jeff Dunham does like ventriloquist. Yeah, it's Randy Feltface. Randy Feltface. All of like the entire act is just a puppet. Like there's no human element to it. It's like there's the desk that he sits at, and that's where the puppeteer is hiding behind it and doing the stand up comedy. And
Well, wouldn't it be
it's
more like
actually
Crouch
good.
Down comedy at that point.
Yeah, here we go. Randy Feltface writes a
couldn't
novel.
help myself. I had
It's
to.
an hour and 11 minutes. Here you go. This is actual Australian comedy that's good.
As compared to what we just watched.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tammy S, for subscribing. Just got the
Oh, I
notification.
got a new subscriber.
Woo!
All
Woo!
right, check that out later.
I'm at
You
the
want to
point
drop
where I've
that in
seen
the
anyone who
live
subscribes
chat
to
quiz?
the bot.
And TC. TC subscribed too.
Oh, unfortunately, we didn't have any ratings for this one.
You got
No.
the dislike ratio.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you got the-
that's true. But usually we have like Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic or Amazon where they've got their ratings that we can kind of get an idea of.
Well, we can get the YouTube ratio, the like to dislike ratio.
It was 40,000 likes, 211,000 dislikes.
I mean, 7-1 say you suck, Brennan.
Yeah. Like I said, he just needs to workshop it and come back in 10 years' time. Maybe he might be funny.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This, like I said, this is his second special. I think he did like 4 or 5 years on his first one. And everything
I
I've
think
heard,
he just wants him to go away for 10 years. I think that's the the implication
everything I've heard about, you know, the progression of being a stand-up is usually you really don't have enough for a full hour special until you're
No.
about 10 years deep.
Yeah.
And
About-
so he's
yeah.
already put out an hour and a half in like 6-7 years of doing stand-up. And it's not like he's been doing it full time either.
hmm
You know, he's been splitting his time with podcasting and Showtime fights and whatnot. So he's not like on the road 5 nights a week, you know, doing 2-3 shows a night. He's dropping in, you know, like I said, at the Laugh Factory or, you know, the Comedy Store or what have you for maybe, you know, 10, 15 minutes, maybe 5-minute sets here and there. So I don't even know if he's touring anymore, really. Like he used to do touring shows with Brian Callen.
Okay.
They would do like their live podcast. They'd have, you know, like stand up with you know, like maybe Brennan, somebody else opening, and Callen closing. So yeah, like I don't see him getting any better, even if we do give him the time. I don't see him putting in more effort. I don't see him getting any better at doing writing, any better
Well,
at getting
yeah, no, because he needs to
any
put in the
better
work
at getting
himself,
his blocking
yeah.
down, any better with you know, punching up the punchlines.
Mhm.
Like I said, he's got too much fat on his setups, so
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, it all comes down to him working on it himself and seeing those YouTube ratio. That should be a pretty big indication that you need to work on your act.
Still such a stupid decision by YouTube. It's like, we can see it still. Yeah, we have to take an extra step or three, but we can still see it. The creators can still see it. Oh, it's for their mental well-being. They already know
Why
their
can the creators still see it?
Yeah, I was gonna say they're the ones that can see it.
That shit don't make no sense.
No, it does make sense. It's just that they don't want people at a glance seeing how bad the things YouTube promotes actually are. If you can't see the dislikes on YouTube Rewind, because you got to remember, most people don't install the plugin. Like, most people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you can't see it at a glance, then you won't be like, oh, this must be shit, and just not watch it.
See, I've never felt the need to put a thumbs down on a video I didn't like or leave a comment or anything like that. I barely leave comments on videos that I do like, you know?
If I've gotten tricked into something and it was just absolute garbage or whatever, from something, I will leave a dislike and I will comment about how they should KYS in Minecraft.
I'll leave dislikes if, like Chris said, if you got tricked into it. Like, one time I saw a video that was like full episode of the Max, and I was like, okay, I'll watch that, and it was just a still shot of the Max and no sound for 30 minutes. Like, okay, well, dislike. That's obviously lying to people. Is not what you said it was.
Oh yeah, no, there was tons of that shit. Like, it would be a still shot and say, we can't upload it on YouTube, but here, go to this link, and it's totally like piracy or like some sort of virus. Yeah, it's even worse.
Other time I dislike is for music, and that's because it affects the algorithm of what it will put in the playlists.
Mm-hmm.
If you dislike a song, it was like, okay, we won't put that song or songs like it in the customized playlist for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only times I'll dislike.
Yeah, I fell for one of those once where it's like, go to this link. I'm like, okay. Click on it, and then you see like 15 pop-ups jump up. I'm like, well, that was a trick.
Yep.
Johnny's a lot more trusting than he should be on the internet.
Yes, he is.
Well, that was a good long time ago.
So we got anything else we want to say about this, or have we kicked this horse pretty well dead?
This horse has been beaten to nothingness.
No, yes.
It is not just beaten into the ground. It is now gelatin.
It has ceased to be.
There's the one thing that Psychic Pebbles made the cartoon about, the Fine Brothers. Go back to the idea horse, and they just start beating the shit out of this dead horse, and it coughs up a piece of paper. It says, "Be original." Ah!
But yeah. I mean, what did you guys think of the format?
I liked it. I liked it just fine. Just choose a shorter video.
No, I didn't like it. I thought the problem was there was too much talking over each other, and I would prefer to just watch the thing uninterrupted, because it was like the thing that happened with Quiz and Gabby, where Quiz was saying this joke sucks and Gabby saying give it time. If we just watch the whole thing at the start, we'll know if he's going anywhere with his waffling story.
Yeah, then the audience gets the live reaction, then they get to watch along with us, so they know exactly what we're talking about.
That's true.
And we're not giving traffic to awful comedians.
Yeah, and we
You
don't
gotta
have
make it
to,
the bigger picture.
We don't have to sit there and try and like get their bits verbatim when we're recounting them.
Yeah.
But the problem I have is that we're all trying to talk at the same time, and the YouTube video is playing at the same time, and it's just a cacophony. It's like, I just gave up trying to talk, because it's like, no, there's like 5 people all saying stuff at the same time. Just forget it.
Well, I mean, it was a good experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why.
it's good to try.
That's why I'm kind of glad that this is only a 20-minute thing. Like,
And so far, like, nobody from Shav's production company has flagged down the stream yet. So
I'll give him time to find it.
Not
there's
yet.
that too,
Yes.
Johnny. Well, yeah, I was just saying, like, I'm surprised it didn't come down while we were actually on air.
All right.
Hi, Brendan. Hope you made it this far.
Get us another.
Brennan,
Get us an autograph.
work on your act or do something else.
Get us an
I
autograph.
tried, man. I couldn't stick up for you. I tried.
We'll take 2 tickets.
I would tell you
Yes.
to quit your day job, Brendan, but I've seen your podcast, so yeah.
Little introspection works.
Maybe have a moderator. I think that's supposed
Maybe.
to have been Johnny's job here. I mean, it is his channel and all.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm not going to sit here trying to herd cats.
We'll leave it to the cat to do that.
Exactly.
What makes you think I want to do it?
They are your people.
Like they listen to me. Have you heard cats before? But yeah, no, I think we're pretty much done. I guess the only thing we got going on is Quiz has got Minions coming up
Yep.
soon.
In about a half an hour or so.
Let's see here.
Quickly.
And,
I'll swing by for that.
I might go get some food. I'm still hungry.
So am I.
I said I'll swing by for that if
Okay. Sounds good.
if the door's open, that is.
Always, man.
Okay.
All right. And,
Everyone's welcome. I have no, I have no qualms about that.
Yeah. Other than that, save yourselves.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
Okay.